Well, hello and a very warm welcome to a beautiful autumn day here in Paris. It is, of course, the Paralympic Games. We're in the Champ de Mars arena and it is time for the Paralympic Judo. It's just about 5 minutes from Hajime, that means to begin. 4 minutes per match. 3 weight categories on day 2, but of course our #1 expert, Neil Adams, you've joined us again. How are you today?
I'm good. After watching all of the judo that we saw yesterday, which was magnificent, and it was just great, wasn't it? Because we saw a mixture of everything that judo's all about. Ippons, we saw the different ways of scoring ippons, and we saw the great sportsmanship between the athletes and the great atmosphere in this stadium, which was absolutely electric. We're going to see those flags coming out a little bit later on, and there were just so many flags up there that we couldn't see properly, could we? It was brilliant.
Well, we'll certainly be able to see our way through this one. Turkey and Kazakhstan, the women's under-57s J2 category, and of course we have the J1s men's 73s as well, followed by the women's under 70 kilograms. You might see J1, J2 as we see China, Brazil, Korea, Uzbekistan, France, Lithuania, Japan and Georgia getting ready. But J1 is for those athletes that are blind athletes. J2 is for athletes who have visual impairments of varying degrees. All the way through, Neil, to the big gold medal contests. And these moments now, the athletes know they're in the Champ de Mars arena. They're waiting to come out into this atmosphere. They're in the call room. How are they feeling? I know it's individual.
Yeah, it is individual, but every one of them will be nervous in their own way, and they'll all be coping with it in their own way as well. And I always think about when you come through that Olympic tunnel there, you're ready to go, and sometimes you don't mind talking to your coach and discussing what you're going to do and the tactics that you're going to follow. I remember, you know, we see some people running out, don't we? We saw some running out there yesterday. You said, oh, they're sprinting to the mat. And actually, I had a job to crawl to the mat. You know, I was nervous. But actually, the closer to the mat that I got and the closer to the Hajime, the better I felt.
So speaks the world champion, two-time Olympic silver medalist, running the rollover for this one as we run the rollover. Initially, the bronze medal contest, Turkey and Kazakhstan, Brazil and Spain contesting these ones in the women's under 57 kilogram J2 grouping. And it will be Neil Adams giving us the expert analysis. Whether they run, whether they sprint, they will be guided all the way by the fans. And also a chance for a little afternoon off school here, finishing up a little bit early, to come and watch the para judo. The next generation, eyes are on the previous generation, eyes are on now as well. David Guillaume, two-time Paralympian, bronze medalist in Sydney. And this little nod to classical French theatre. It's called the coup de bâton. Maybe you've seen it throughout the course of the Olympics and the Paralympics. It was used to raise the curtain for the main act. And as we know, the main actors are ready in the para judo. And lovely moments now for the Guillaume family. 3 big blasts on the baton, the brigadier in the eyes of the general on the horse. Time for the Parade of Nations to arrive as well.
Just like in theatre, it's time for the trois coups to launch the competition. Please welcome Sydney 2000 Judo bronze medalist,
A broad smile for David Guillaume. His achievements in Sydney 2000 echoing now around the Champ de Mars arena, just as the coup de bâton will echo with 3 big blasts. And Neil, I think with the power he's got there, he could still be competing.
I think he could. That was a magic. Well, it's a great tradition, isn't it? I love it, actually. I think it's great. It used to signify the opening, didn't it, of the in the theatre, and they'd bang actually onto the floor itself just before the first act unfolded. So I really like it. It's lovely.
Well, the first act will be the bronze medal contest. And of course it'll be a chance for Turkey and Kazakhstan. Can they make the big blasts and throw their opponents onto the mat? So bringing us to the start here, the under 57 kilogram, the J2 category. And here she comes. Well, Dondu Yesilur from Samsun, she will be alert, and she is the European and world champion most recently. Well, Jean Ramakel's already in. Diana Fedosova from Kazakhstan, from Timbuktu, on the way into this one, her second Paralympic Games. She goes up against Dondu Yesilur, a former power lifter, and she's powered her way now to this bronze medal chance.
Yeah, well, they were both actually medalists in the World Championships, one gold, one bronze medalist. So they are used to being in these medal matches, but that does make a difference. But the Olympics is always different, isn't it? Paralympics here, it's a different ball game. But away we go, and one of them is going to come away with a Paralympic medal.
The bronze medal opportunity, 4 minutes. The objective, of course, to get the Ippon, to throw them flat onto their back. Tries to go straight away with that sacrifice throw position.
Yes, and looking again for the arm. We saw it a lot yesterday. There is a very thin dividing line. Actually, I don't see personally why they can't just go in for the throw and then arm lock at the same time. I mean, it used to be that it was allowed. Now you have to have a small separation between the two, but we saw several that were right on the line yesterday, and she was going for it there. So we'll see if she does it again. Try and point it out.
And be careful not to step out. The referee just calling out Joe Guy, just to make sure they know they're on the edge of the mat. Of course, you've got to stay on the tatami. If you take them onto their side, you'll get a wazari. It's a half score. Other than that, Milo keeper's right as we roll on here, both trying to get that dominant position.
Yeah, the whole idea is to try and score the Ippon. And of course, the referee will control from the center of the mat. So when he does shout Joe Guy, they know where he is, and they know that he is in the center. So that gives them some kind of reference. That's going to be a score. Now, nice little Kochigari there, and she just reached the inside of the leg there and forced her opponent backwards and took her onto a side. So you get them on their side at 90 degrees. It is a wazari score, and anything onto the back with impetus and with force is an Ippon. That one obviously didn't quite deserve the Ippon.
Diana Fedosa halfway to victory, trying to come forward again. Dondu Yesilur. A big yelp there from Yesilur. Not because she is hurt, but because she was trying to get forward as they go down now to the ground to do some groundwork.
Yeah, 3 different ways of winning on the ground, so you can either go for the arm lock or the strangle is what she's going for here, I think. So if she's around the neck and she needs to be around the neck, the referee's checking to see that they're not across the face. He'll let it go on as long as it's progressive and as long as there's a chance of scoring an Ippon for it.
Well, the respective coaches trying to give some information during this pause when the referee stands them back up again. Haldun Emefelgi for Turkey. Kanat Sangiz, coach there for Kazakhstan, as the referee gets them ready again.
Yes, I think that, well, they're both right-handed here. Really tempting just to go for that leg around there. Oh, look at that. Oh, great hands, great change of direction. That was really good, and that is what judo is all about there, because it was real opportune movement from Fedosova, and what she did was really punish a mistake. She was off balance, Yesilert, and we were talking about this, weren't we, just before we came on air, about how the opportunity of just a change of direction like that, small change, and the hands finished it all off. That was brilliant.
And it is the hands of the referee that finishes it all off. Dondo Yesilert was alert, she went for it. Fedosova made sure it was all over. She reacted. She's the bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games.
Yes, I think if you'd have looked at well, just their records coming into this, you'd have thought that maybe Yesilert was going to be the favourite for it. And wow, Fedosova scored a Wazari first of all, and then was beautifully timed. That counter-attack was beautifully timed, and just look at her reaction after that.
Magic moments, and this was the one.
That was the first one. This is the second one. Oh, and she just redirects her down, doesn't she, there? It's almost, she got hold of the top half of her opponent there, and that was what we call tewaza. Te meaning hands, waza meaning techniques. It was a hand technique, and it was beautiful.
And it earns a hand from the coach as well. And there's confirmation, the women's under 57 J2 category. Dena Fedosova for Kazakhstan with that first bronze, and opening things up very nicely indeed. We turn our attention now to Brazil against Spain in the corresponding bronze medal matchup. Lucia de Silva, Terceiro Araujo against Marta Paino. There is a chance now for the athletes to bring themselves into the arena. Well, Lucia de Silva, the 43-year-old from Sao Paulo, has 3 medals at the Paralympic Games. This her 5th overall appearance. Well, Marta Paino, of course, decorated as well. 3 medals at the Paralympic Games, a brace of silvers as she braces herself for this one. Marina Fernandez, the coach, in her corner, and she will be trying to pit her wits against Jama Braganza. Running the rule over this one, Hirano Hirioku of Japan, of course the foundation nation of the sport, and this is the foundation of Lucia's progress.
They've both got Olympic experience, and it's just it makes such a difference. And so I mean, 3-time Paralympic medalists, and it's that experience that can take them that one step further. They want to recreate that magic moment.
Big moments now. 4 minutes to decide the destination of bronze, but it can happen in a flash. Trying to come forward.
Oh, that's, wow, that wasn't far off Ippon, I didn't think. And that Makikomi there took her flat onto her back. And I'm not so sure they won't might change it. They've given the Wazari because it rolled.
Can the coach ask for a review of that?
The coach can't, but certainly if they're not quite sure up on the top table there, they might. They've changed it. Look at that. And so they did change it. And sometimes when it rolls, if it's one movement and with movement and momentum, they'll count it as the Ippon.
And the Ippon counts. Marta Paino, you can see the expression, you can see the delight. She's added another bronze medal. That makes it 2 silvers and 2 bronze. And of course, delight now for Marina Fernandez, the coach, so important in developing the athlete and carrying them along the way.
Yeah, and they've probably, you know, been together a long time. Everything came together at the right time, and we've seen quite, especially in J1, where we've seen that it's been immediate attacks that have taken people by surprise. But they know that as well, so they'll train for that. But that was brilliant, so opportune.
Brilliant moments as well for friends and family. Congratulations to Spain. This is probably the hardest she's been gripped all day here today.
So here, right the way across there, Soto Makikomi, it's a winding throw. She'll control the sleeve. Look at the control on the sleeve there. And then the momentum of her winding through there takes her opponent onto her back. And coach there is going, that's exactly what we planned for.
Marina Fernandez, the coach, delighted. The long and winding throw at the end of the long and winding road. Another Paralympic bronze medal. And it's added to the decorated career as we can get confirmation there. For Marta Peno, along with Daniela Ferosa for Spain and Kazakhstan respectively. And of course, now that we've got the bronze in the books, time for the gold medal contest. Kuzmakon Kodayeva against Hirose Junko. Uzbekistan against Japan in this one. Kuzmakon Kodayeva, the 27-year-old from Tashkent, has looked very accomplished today. She'll need all of that in this one.
Yeah, she will need it all because they're both on great form.
Well, Junko Hirose will make her way in. Enkeshet Turbat from Mongolia, the referee in charge of this one. But of course, coming in, Hirose Junko, helped in there by her coach and her husband, Haruka Hirose. So very much a family affair in this one. All thoughts of family and familiarity are finished. And if you're brand new to judo, a warm welcome. This is the final, and this is the route through.
Yes, they've, well, Hirose just missed out on a medal at the last Paralympics. He's already gone one further, but she'll want to make sure that it's gold. She's had good posturing all the way through, and we talked a lot about that yesterday. Good posture, good technique coming from the good posture.
Jogai, the call from the referee. They're on the edge of the mat. For their own safety, they're brought back in.
Yeah, they're a bit more lenient on the edge with the J1, J2 athletes than they are, with Olympic competition, because it's they're 2 feet out and it's immediate penalty. There's not so many immediate penalties given here. So some of them, of course, can't hear. So that can be a problem because then the referee has to touch to bring them back.
Trying to bring back points early. Hirose Junko will be stood up. As you rightly point out there, Neil Adams saying if they have a red dot on the back of the judo gi, that means they are completely blind. The yellow dot means that they may also be deaf. Both of these athletes have some field of vision, and they've been categorised as such. But the big category now, the chance to go for gold.
Yes, just the odd time. 1 or 2 of the athletes have got a red and a yellow, so they're blind and deaf. So that obviously is difficult for the referee to manage sometimes. The referee has to be there and at the right place at the right time.
And of course the watchword of all combat, right place, right time, as they're gripping up in the centre, looking for that dominant grip.
Yeah, the dominant grips are so important. Everything stems off the grips in judo. People say, well, why the thick material? Why the kimono, as it's called? But the reason is that we have so much control through that. And you can feel it when somebody grabs you and they start to move in a direction. You kind of feel the danger. And that's why we say it's the fear factor sometimes that gets an opposite reaction and can get you going one way. We were talking about that before we came on air as well. Just about faking one way, going the other way. And sometimes, you know, it can be very easy using your own partner's momentum against themselves.
You can hear the heavy breathing. Hirose Junko, Kodayeva, Kuzmakon pushing themselves to the absolute limit here.
Yes, that wasn't far off either there. She was right the way in there with the leg, and sometimes the coordination to get in between the legs there, the uchimata that goes right the way between the legs. The problem being, of course, then the support leg has to go in deeper as well. So quite often, and I think we're going to see it in a few of the matches in the future, a little bit later on, because we saw some great readjustments earlier on in the day for techniques.
As you see, Neil, Judo were drawn to the arms of the opponents, but also the feet, worth watching. And you mentioned that supporting leg. We saw their attempt at the Sionagi throw, but also the leg that's furthest away, also they have to drive that in.
It's about driving it in, and also about having the feet pointed in the right direction, because where the feet are pointing as well is quite often, and the head, where the rest of the body goes. This is a left against right stance as well. That can make a difference. Not so much, actually, if visually impaired or J1, J2, because they start gripped up. Oh, that's going to be it. That's Ippon. Oh, what a beauty that was. Very low, Siotoshi there. She went very, very low. It might have been Taitoshi. We'll have a look at the technicalities of it. When she went right the way across there. And that bridging action, don't look at the bridging action. That bridging action there meant that she landed on her back.
And it also means she lands the Paralympic Games title. It will be confirmed, of course, for Ippon. A huge throw from Hirose. And it was heroic from Hirose here. And just a smile now. The relief, the joy, the confirmation now. The Paralympic champion, Owl in blue from Japan. Hirose Junko, all smiles. They were breathing heavily, Neil. They were working, they were going back and forward.
Yeah, they were.
In the end, a moment of clean skill.
Just absolutely pure skill. Got the hands in the right place. The lapel hand and the sleeve hand, everything working together. And having both the hands working together is absolutely imperative, because you need them both working together.
You certainly do. Speaking of working together, husband and wife combining for this title moment here.
Yes, very, very low. Taitoshi it was, and she sprung up off that extended leg there, and even though it was very, very low, sometimes when the knee goes down, that's when it becomes Siotoshi, but she sprung up there, and then it was the hands that polished it all off. Wow.
And those hands will have the gold medal and the Paralympic title. Magical moments in the women's under 57 kilogram J2 grouping. Heroic from Hirose. She is the Paralympic champion. Here's a confirmation for you in the women's under 57s. Matapeno, Adaya Fadosa from Spain and Kazakhstan with the bronze, and of course, as we saw, the gold medal contest. Men's under 73s now, Uzbekistan against Germany in the J1 category. Well, Shokru Mamedov, the 25-year-old by way of Tashkent, around the podium at the Worlds and the Asian Games. Well, Lennart Sass, all business, the man from Rendsburg. A couple of silvers at Europeans, one at the Worlds. Brian Toth, the man in the middle for this one. And it was tough on the German. He was leading so clearly and then was given Hansel Komaki for leading with the head, diving.
Yes, you're not allowed to lead with the head. The head can't touch first if you're operating any throw. If the head touches, then it can be disqualification. And I think sometimes, you know, you can look at it and you think, well, was it his fault or was his head driven in? And of course the referees and everybody very aware of that situation. But yes, he'll want to put it right here.
And right here, right now, Shokru Mamedov from Uzbekistan, the man in white. Lennart Sass, the German.
Immediately into stance. As soon as the hajime was called there, that arm over the back there is a dangerous one because Andy felt the danger there, didn't he, straight away. Sass didn't want to know there. He felt the danger, thought, right, time to abandon this.
Team Sass not abandoning their charge. Young Lennart in good form here. But you say that you feel that big, so that's an overreaching arm round to almost the black belt.
And it controls the back. The other hand is on, the sleeve hand is on, and you can already feel the lifting movement from the hand. The Georgians absolutely renowned for it as a form. I mean, it has reflections of their wrestling styles in Georgia.
From Tbilisi to Tashkent, the man from Uzbekistan showing that strength. Lennart trying to get that leg on the inside, the Uchimata attempt.
Yeah, they sometimes miss just that little bit, and the reason that they miss, so sometimes just have a little feel with the leg just to see where the opponent is there, and then the little adjustment with that support leg there makes all the difference, because then the hips connect. Right against left. He's going to change direction here. Yeah. Look at that for a change of direction. And look, straight in for the hold. Didn't quite get it. So he's standing up. But that was a good Wazari. That really was. And talk about attacking over both flanks. He went one way first of all, got the total rebound, and then scored going over the other direction.
And of course, Lennart Sass taking up judo at age 5, and you can see that reflected now 19 years later. It's all in there.
Yeah, it's all in there, and it makes a difference. He has the feel of the judo. Attacking that front leg again. And that's the thing about an opposite stance. You want to wrap yourself around that front leg. Not always a good idea, because then they can just turn into the Uchimata, you see, so you have to be a little bit cautious about it.
Cheering on the man, a law university graduate from Heidelberg University. He's aware of the rules. He fell foul of them in the semi-finals, but he's running the rule over this one. That one was Ari, halfway to victory. And Neil, I was going to ask you a question. We might not have time to answer it. You never know how fast the athletes move. Right against right, left against left. What do you mean by that?
Right against left is almost a W effect with the legs. And so it means that if you've got to grip up, then the sleeve is further away from you. So actually the fact that they've already gripped up, they have to grip up, it means that they've caught the sleeve. But in like Olympic judo, for example, you can have people keeping that sleeve away so you don't gain control. But it's a little bit different here, visually impaired J1, J2, and it means that they do have to grip up, and then immediately the hajime, they will take their stance, and so you can see the W effect with the leg there, and it kind of leaves it open for an Uchimata. But if you wrap yourself around that leg sometimes, they will rotate on it and you go over the top. So you've got to be a bit cautious. If it's right to right or left to left, then you're both got the same stance and they've both got the same leg forward. With opposites, it's the opposite leg forward.
From Neil Adams, our judo expert, you're getting free lessons as well. But nothing comes free in this bronze medal contest. One Wazari separating them.
This is where you'll get the jostling with the kunakata, and the referee has to make sure that he's happy with it. Well, he's going to change direction again, I think. He's tempted to go round that front leg there. Oh, there it is. And that's a Wazari Wazetti Ippon. And he was waiting for the right moment there, just changed it, and he decides to go onto the ground there just to make sure.
And make sure he does. Leonard Sass, the 24-year-old from Rendsburg, rendering Mahmoud Shokro onto the mat there, keeping him out of the way. And Team Sass, along with the team coach, wonderful emotions for them now. All the relief and also the joy of winning the bronze medal. So the referee will give full confirmation. Mamedov of Uzbekistan gave it everything. But this man in blue will be back in bronze later on. Leonard Sass taking the bronze. Two Wazaris for third place. And as we spoke about, Neil, the sporting spirit from both men.
I think it's been wonderful all the way through. I just think what it exemplifies what the sport is all about.
And that's what it's all about. Leonard Sass, the bronze medalist in the men's under 73 J1 category.
I think we have to reiterate as well that this is J1. These are blind. We're going to see the 73 kilos J2 as well. Makes a difference, and they're out there. He has to feel through the hands everything, and the body movement as well. That was great stuff and good judo there from Sass. There was the first, there's the second. Uchimata in the end. So there's the third one that he does, and it's all tewaza. Remember we said te meaning hand, and waza meaning technique. Brilliant.
So the men's under 73 J1 category. Leonard Sass taking the first bronze. Will it be Portugal or Brazil? Iafa or Pereira? We get to find out with you. Front and centre, Jibril Iafa and Harley Diamo Pereira Arruda face off in this one. Jibril Iafa, the 32-year-old, by way of Lisbon, his second Paralympic Games, his first chance at a medal. Nicknamed Tigre, will need a tigerish performance in this one. Well, Hario, a chance now for Pereira, the 45-year-old from Belo Horizonte. Back in Brazil, Hanna Safrakova from Czechia in this one. And if you're checking out judo for the first time, 4 minutes. Yes. With a possible golden score as well.
Yes, 4 minutes, and then the golden score if there's no score on the board. Shidos, we haven't seen any yet, so that's a good thing, isn't it? So the penalty system that we have, 3 Shidos can be a disqualification. But everything's been really positive so far.
Very positive for Harley as well, motoring through in this one. 2 good wins. Likewise for Jibrilo Iafa, marginally the taller of the two with the longer arms. Of course, judo all about turning the opponent's strengths against them. Harley Damião Pereira. the older of the two. By 13 years at 45 years young, fit as a flea, keeps on going.
We had one competitor today, 57 years old. It was amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and stepping out there in her Paralympic debut, and what an opportunity that was.
And what a message that sends to the fans here. It's packed in the Champ de Mars Arena, standing room only. But for Para Judo, I think they've won a lot of new fans, young and old.
Absolutely. I think it's not just about the judo. We've seen some great judo, but I think it is about the sportsmanship and the ethics of our sport as well.
That sporting spirit, administered by years of training, but also watched on by the centre referee. For any negativity would be a yellow card, a Shido, as Neil says.
He did it, didn't he? We were just nudging each other there because he used his foot, especially J1. They use the feet just to gauge where the opponent is before they come in for a technique. So it's a slightly different use of the ashiwaza, of the foot techniques that are so prevalent in judo.
And obviously so important in the J1 category where athletes are blind. They have those red dots in the back, but that one wasn't far away.
Oh no, that was amazing, wasn't it, there? That was full commitment there. Yoko Wakari is where you throw your legs right the way out here and just full commitment. It's a full spin, the Yoko Wakari, so that was just incredible.
Full spin, but not the chance to get the win. Marginally short.
Well, he's got to keep hold with the hands, and that's what went wrong with the first one there, the Yoko Wakari. He has to keep hold with the hands. Now, possibility of an arm lock there. He's got a possibility there with the legs. Probably doesn't know it. And he's trying a housing a roll there. There is a roll. Oh, he is doing it now. Haragatami, which goes on with the legs. You don't see that very often in Olympic or Paralympic judo.
That creativity not quite paying off, but going deep into the database to try and cause some confusion. Team Brazil, they've certainly caused plenty of passion here. The fans in the green and yellow. The target, of course, bronze. And Neil, in this one, referees are given special training for working the Paralympic Games?
Yes, they are. It's just like anything. It's just an added thing. It's a little bit like in any education. You just get to be able to referee, and most of the top referees have all done Paralympic Games of some kind and Paralympic competition. Better to know it than not know it. It's one of those, isn't it? And how to adjust.
Actually, I was just now down the stretch. Sorry, Neil.
Sorry, I was going to say, I was talking to a couple of the referees a little bit earlier, and I actually did an interview with one, and saying that it's difficult to manage, but you get used to managing it. And of course, what you have to manage is where you are as a referee, and also positioning as they move. So you've got to make sure that you readjust your position all the time as well. It's interesting to hear their part.
You're absolutely right, of course. They've got to be in a position to keep the athletes safe, but also don't want to get in the way of any big throws. No danger of that as they'll be stood up here.
It happens though, doesn't it? In football, sometimes you see they're in the wrong place, they get hit by the ball, or you know, and it does happen in judo, same.
But they get a lot of sympathy from the fans when that happens, when they fall over.
Yeah, sure they do.
But the referee placing them back, gripping up, of course, hard to do. Coach keeping a strong eye on this one.
So I think this is going to be one small score. Not quite halfway yet. Does take longer. sometimes with the competition because of the amount of mates. So the referee, their discretion as to when they think that it's not going to go any further.
Geronimo Ferreira, the national coach for Portugal, just saying passa, passa, pass the guard.
Yes, they've got to dig in for it. You know, any kind of groundwork attacks have to have some urgency, and they have to have direction. You have to know what you're going for. If you want to arm lock somebody, you have to go for the arm. If you want to strangle somebody, you have to go for the neck. Or if you want to turn somebody over for the hold down, you go for it. And I think when you're floundering there thinking, all right, I'll take what comes, and I think that's the mistake. I think you have to be directed.
To back up to their feet again, and every time you get back up from the ground at this stage, there's just a little bit extra energy being used.
Yeah, we saw a couple, didn't we, where it just went away from them, you know, because they were getting so tired. And you need not only good condition, but you need muscular endurance, you need endurance, you need speed. And of course, yeah, sometimes it can make a difference. Oh, and he went for it again there, and this time he was ready for it, and now going for the strangle. Has he got it? He might have that. So he's trying to get some leverage. He's got the jacket underneath the neck there, and he just couldn't quite get the leverage.
Harley Diamo Pereira, the Brazilian, lives to fight another day, was in a precarious position, the 45-year-old, but in top-class condition. And he's going to have to be down the stretch here. A minute and some seconds still to go.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it? When you're out there, you've got the nerves, because it's Paralympic Games. You've got not only the nerves, but it's full on, and he's fighting for a medal.
And also, is there a part here when the referee is saying Hajime and you're going straight for it, it's because you know I've only got a few sprints left?
Maybe, you know, and it might be going through your mind, mightn't it, that maybe this is my last chance. I've got to go in for it now. I've got to take a score early rather than later, because it's not going to come later. You know your ability, don't you? You know what you can do. Went again for it.
3 times in a row now for Harley Diamo, the man from Brazil in blue, trying to get that bronze medal, but Yafa Gibrilo being patient.
The thing is, though, those count as attacks, so they do count as attacks. Normally, 4 clear attacks, 3-4 clear attacks, and a Shido will unfold, but it's not quite the same here. It's going a little bit further.
So that would be a yellow card for the man in white.
It would be a yellow card, and they quickly go. You know, third one and you're gone. That's it. Oh, well, he was right the way underneath there for the Tominagi. Foot was central. You saw that he went underneath the balance of his opponent there.
Gibrilo Iafa, his patience almost paying off there. But Harley just managing to readjust in mid-air. Keeps himself in contention. The Wazari is given though.
So it was, yes. Well, it wasn't golden score. It's still a minute to go, so still some seconds to pull that back. Quite often you don't see the landing. It was the wrong side of us. That was close as well. He was right the way underneath there for that Seoinage. Yeah, this is another reason as well that the referee has to be in the right place, because sometimes if she's got her back to it and then there was a landing there and you don't see where it landed, and then it goes to the commission, and well, luckily we've got 2 or 3 different camera angles that we can have a look at it, or they have. I wish that we had it on the television screens, but anyway, we have to kind of guess. But we'll see it back in slow motion and exactly how they landed.
"30 seconds from his first ever Paralympic medal now. Jibril Ifala was 9th in Tokyo. And as we've seen, Harley Diamo and his coach here trying to give him a bit of encouragement, Jean Bragança. But the Brazilian tried 3-4 times to get the big throws, spent a lot of energy, and waiting to pounce was Iafa.
Yeah, he's expended energy now, and I think, well, he needs to hold on with those techniques. They're great techniques, full of momentum, but you need the hands as well.
There is that penalty mentioned, just confirmed there from his coach in the corner to say the Brazilian has now given away a yellow card, a Judo. Last 30 seconds now towards the bronze medal. Still plenty of time to score.
He had one last go, didn't he? He thought, I've got to have a go here. And now he goes in for the attack, for the Newaza, for the groundwork, and Jibril could waste a few seconds. We don't like to think of it like that, but from a tactical point of view, of course, you could do that. You know, if it's a good, solid attack on the ground, seconds just tick away. Every second counts now.
"21 seconds to go. That's 21 seconds to go as the referee gets them started. Trying to find the rhythm again.
Oh, not far off. You don't score the flight, though. You score the landing.
The fans appreciative here in the Champ de Mars. Not a seat to be had. Only one spot on the podium available now in this bronze medal contest between Brazil and Portugal. One last chance for Harley.
Yes, Harley's going to go. He's going to go in straight away. As soon as on the Hajime, he'll go. And that's his chance, and he knows that as well. He's just running out of time there. He can't afford just to walk around. He's got to attack first time every time. From the other side of that, his opponent knows that. Just got to block out with the arms. Nothing silly now.
Jibril Iafa running down the clock now. Happy for that one just to slide off, breaks the grip. Is he breaking the resistance now of Harley Diamo Pereira, the man from Brazil? Had the desire and skill to get to this stage. As the fans eagerly await the conclusion of this one. Also, some French interest coming up.
Yes, then we'll see the flags.
But the chance is flagging now for Harley Diamo Pereira. One more big throw from the Brazilian. This is his last chance in France at the Paralympic Games. Goes for it.
Yeah, now he needs to just stay there and try to get the leg out. Might as well. Tie up the top half. Seconds tick away, and he's done it. That was enough.
And that was enough for him to take the bronze medal, and you can see exactly what it means. European bronze medals, they mean a lot. Paralympic medals of the bronze colour mean absolutely everything for Jibril Iafa as he jumps for joy here.
He was jumping for joy, and the referee just said, maybe not quite so high, let's not jump quite so high. Let's just calm it down just a little bit. But yeah, they are so happy. It means that much to them. To the coaches as well, because the coaches are part of the whole process.
And also a big part of that process, Harley Diamo Pereira Arruda from Brazil pushed it to the wire, but in the end there is the bronze medalist Jibril Iafa from Portugal. A warm embrace there. They can share the same language, of course, Portuguese and Brazil, but in the end it was the skill as he jumped for joy. Both coaches arm in arm. Both fighters, former rivals, a little bit more friendly now.
now they can be friends.
Jibril Iafa, the bronze medalist here at the Paralympic Games in the men's under 73 kilogram J1 grouping. has even the strength to pick up his coach, and he's warned by the other coach that you're right on the edge of the stairs.
Right on the edge of the stairs, don't do it. I saw it in the wrestling, and one of the wrestlers picked the coach up right above the head, and I was on the commentary and I went, no, don't do it. Here's the technique that did it, the Tomonagi there. So did he land? Yes, just onto the shoulder, and just enough for a Wazari, so he got the score.
Well, that score landed, you mentioned Mian Lopez in the wrestling for the glory of Cuba. For the glory of Germany so far, Leonard Sass with the bronze, Iafa as well there for Portugal, and that of course means after the meaningful efforts of the bronze, it's time for the gold medal contest. Florian Alexandru Baloga of Romania, Yergali Shemi of Kazakhstan in the men's under 73 kilogram J1 final. The big moments entering through the Stargate. Well, Florian Alexandru Baloga belongs at this level. The 28-year-old from Zalău in Romania. 2 Paralympic bronze medals in his pocket before. Katarina Marzok from Germany will welcome in Yergali Shemi, the 39-year-old from Astana. Asian champion, world champion, and walked in there by his coach, Dauran Orazov, and that was his path through here for the Romanian.
Yes, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? The world champion, can he get the Paralympic title as well?
And wherever you are, a warm welcome. We're delighted to have you with you for this one. It is the under 73 grouping. And it is the J1 category, so athletes are fully blind. 4 minutes to see who will be fully behind them as they go forward. Ippon is the objective. That's the big throw onto the back. A half score will be the Wazari. 2 of those means you win. And Neil Adams will guide us through any more of the work on the ground where you can lock up and submit your opponent.
Yes, there's lots of different directions as well with the throwing, and we've seen a lot of action-reaction techniques, a lot of footwork as well, an amazing amount of ashiwazas, which is foot techniques, and sometimes throwing for ippon, sometimes to change the direction of the technique, sometimes just to gauge where their opponent's legs are, especially in J1. And there, look at that. So, oh, look, that's an ippon, is it? Oof. Well, that was a Wazari given there by the referee. They might have a look at that to see if it warranted the ippon. If most of the back patch disappeared there, he might get it. But anyway, they've let it carry on. So the commission will have a look at that just to see the landing, score the landing.
So a lot of the lower back and the black belt landed on the tatami, but you're saying as much of the upper back has to land as well.
Well, you've got to bear in mind as well, the referee will sometimes, she's got to change it, isn't she?
Well, she's certainly having a review with the commission. If the hand goes in the air for the ippon, it'll be the Paralympic title for Romania. It is not.
No. Sometimes they hesitate and they'll call the lower score so that the transition goes ahead. So then it's easier to change a Wazari to an ippon, and if they call the ippon and then they change it to a Wazari, a missed opportunity in groundwork sometimes.
So halfway to victory, so to speak, for Florian Alexandru Baloga. Such are the margins Team Romania in full effect, flying the flag. Still plenty of time for Yergeli Shemi to get something on the board here. And he's been very good all day, the man from Astana. Write him off at your peril. The thing that we have seen, Neil, is the desire to push the arms out straight and drive the hips back to stay safe.
Yes, it is a stay safe. And we have seen some that have been very upright, which has been just as advantageous. But actually, so it's not just defending with the arms and then the hips away, but actually from an upright position there, it's defending with the body and where you put the body. So being in the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the right time.
It's the story of my life. But certainly in the right place at the right time is the Champ de Mars Arena. The fans have got the best seats in the house, as do you. You're plenty comfortable. If you're interested in para-judo, you can pop along to your local club and ask them about classification and categorization. But this is the category of gold at the moment. Romania in the lead, trying again with the Sianagi.
Oh, it's brought it back. So their change of direction there. Oh, so that's 2 Wazaris. Yes, he scored the second Wazari there. And that means that he's Paralympic champion. Absolutely superstar. Actually, he came off the other shoulder that time. There's no right or wrong shoulder. It's either shoulder, whichever. It used to be that you have to come off the direction that you're attacking. But now it doesn't matter which direction they come off.
Well, regardless of the shoulder, it'll be the gold medals around these broad shoulders. Florian Alexandru Bologa, 2 Wazaris make a Nippon, 2 big efforts make a victory, and he is absolutely elated. What a performance. This is his 3rd time at the Paralympic Games, a brace of bronze medals in his pocket, and he counts coach Gianni Andresa as the main reason for his development. And at the bottom of the stairs now, his coach is waiting to embrace him as they both gather the gold.
Well, when you've got bronze medals there, look at this. This is the first one. Beautiful, that was, right the way between the legs. This one, he changes direction. He even changed direction, actually, with the sleeve grip. Brilliant stuff. And he will be so happy with that. Not only did he jump up into the silver medal at least, but he got the gold medal in the end.
That silver goes to Shemi Yergeli of Kazakhstan, and a wonderful gold in the end for Romania. There is the confirmation at the end of that one. In the gold medal contest, Florian Alexandru Bologa, the Paralympic champion. And it's been breathless stuff in the men's under 73 kilogram J1 grouping, and they have delivered. In a few moments we will also deliver to you the victory ceremonies as we run the rule over this one. Portugal and Germany in 3rd place, Kazakhstan with that silver, Florian Alexandru Bologa with the gold medal for Romania. And in just a few moments' time we'll get to enjoy the victory ceremony. Plenty more judo to come. And a wonderful day. Day number 2 here in the Champ de Mars Arena. And in a few moments' time, stay with us. The fans certainly will. Victory ceremony on its way. So victory ceremony for the women's under 57 kilogram J2 category. That is on its way. Please stay with us for that. And of course, stay with us for plenty more of the judo. We have the women's under 70 kilogram J1 grouping, followed by the men's under 70s, and then up into the men's under 73s. So lots more judo to enjoy, and the moments for the athletes to enjoy following soon.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les féminines, moins de 57 kilos Judo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's under 57 kilogram J2.
And here they come with all the pageantry that Paris will provide in the Champ de Mars Arena. One big judo throw from the Eiffel Tower, and a few more steps up now for the athletes to get their just rewards. And Neil Adams, it's lovely to see, helping each other in, just as they helped each other onto their backs.
Helped each other in and helped each other out as well, and I think it's great. As I keep saying, and I think we'll keep reiterating it all the way through the competition, just the beautiful spirit that we feel in this stadium.
Esprit de corps, the teamwork that made the dream work, but the individual successes now. As the dignitaries are gathered, athletes in position, time for their medals.
Accompanied by Ms. Sarah Alvarez.
Directrice sportive du Paralympic Games.
ISA Judo Sport Director.
Médaillée de bronze, représentante de l'Espagne et représentante du Kazakhstan.
Bronze medalists representing Spain, Marta Acevedo, and representing Kazakhstan, Diana Venezuela.
Right on cue. Back on the podium. And back with yet another bronze at the Paralympic Games.
Yes, and that smile, I mean, that's great, isn't it? She's embracing the feeling there of winning yet another medal.
Super moments for Spain and for Kazakhstan. Fighting back the tears. Paralympic bronze medals have to be fought for, have to be won. And these are the feelings that go with it. And, well, the best things in life are free, the little souvenirs. But the most important souvenir now for Marta Peino is the bronze medal. And likewise for Diana Fedosova of Kazakhstan. In the big final though, an incredible matchup. And a super silver yet again for Uzbekistan to celebrate, and their fans really have made this a big occasion. Kushmakon Kodayeva from Uzbekistan with the silver.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Japan, Hirose Judo.
Heroic efforts from Hirose. And it is Hirose Junko, the Paralympic champion.
Yeah, great performance, and just judo. What can you say? You know, you can see the skill levels as soon as they grip up. You see the stance, you see the movement, and it's just from repetition, but it's good repetition, you know, because repetition doesn't make perfect. Good, perfect repetition makes perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Japan.
Well, the dignity and the skill. Hirose Junko for Japan, the Paralympic champion. Marta Peno from Spain with bronze. Dena Fedosova for Kazakhstan, likewise. Kumashkon Kodasheva with that silver medal. And there is the Paralympic champion.
Yes, time to reflect. What an appreciative crowd. It is a judo crowd, I'm sure of it, because at least they practice judo at some stage, because that's the thing in France. You know, we know that there's a massive participation of the sport. Very popular sport in France.
And I think it'll be increasingly popular. If you're enjoying these scenes wherever you are, get onto the IGF website, find a club in your area and get involved. And who knows where that dream could lead, as they are led now back off the tatami. Wonderful performances, and that is in the books now. One final procession around the outside of the tatami, and no referee to tell them that they're too close to the edge.
No, there's not.
The referee and the fighters' work is done. The victory ceremony is complete. And if you fancy a bit more judo, well, you're in exactly the right place, as we will shift our attentions to the women's under 70 kilogram grouping. And Neil, when we're commentating, we're sitting at the position here with athletes are walking by. It's important not to look up and catch them as they walk past, because you can get lost in the emotions and the joy.
The emotions is amazing, and we've got people just behind us, we've got crowds all around us, but they're all part of it as well. We've got family coming down, we've got friends coming down, there are husbands, there are children coming, you know, all trying to jump over the barriers to go down there to be with the, athletes. Oh dear.
Good luck. But I suppose the security have got the hardest job dealing with all these.
Security are doing a good job.
Judo experts.
No, but everybody wants to join in with them and share a little bit, because they're so happy for them. And, you know, you can see by the emotion on their faces that it means everything to them.
It surely does, and it means everything to us to have you with us as we go towards the business end now of day number 2. Actually, the penultimate day of judo. And also congratulations to the referees who've been selected for these ones. Turuno Lakhaev from Mongolia against Theodora Pascalidou of Greece in this one. Turuna Lakhaev, the 36-year-old from Mongolia, comes into this one for her first Paralympic Games as a world silver medalist. All smiles there for Theodora Pascalidou from Polyiros, and then by way of Thessaloniki, of course, Heather Ountiens from Belgium in this one. And the Greek, of course, at the Paralympic Games previously, finishing in the most painful position, number 7. She is the European champion, and she goes against Turana Lakhaev of Mongolia.
Yes, I think, well, a step up, certainly. Pascalidou will, well, if she gets this, it's a step up anyway, because win or lose, it's a step up in Paralympic competition. But she is the current European champion, and it means that she's on good form. But she'll have to be a little bit cautious here, because she's been throwing big. Hajav, look at that arm. Oh, look, she just came unstuck there. Didn't quite have enough control for the change, so they landed together. I don't think they'll score it. But it's difficult because Hajav was the one that went in for the technique. She committed, slightly off balance, and then Pascalidou took her backwards. But she kind of leant backwards. She didn't have control with the hands. She got to have control with the hands.
Theodora Pascalidou had control with the hands when she was selected as one of the flag bearers for the opening ceremony. Coach there, Klimis Pachachristos.
Well, sometimes they wait for the mistake. They wait for the mistake, so we see a lot of counter techniques when it comes to the J1s, and they can kind of feel the mistake. Look at that, Uchimata right the way up the middle there, just found a way there. Support leg needed to make a slight readjustment.
Both coaches giving plenty of encouragement. They're allowed to do that during the pause.
Oh, that's going to score. Now, lovely, the leg made the way in there again, and this time she had control of the upper part of the body, and she's holding it. She's just got to hold it for 10 seconds because she's already got the Wazari on the board, and she gets it. She gets the Wazari upon, and the European champion is now Paralympic bronze medalist.
Well, it shows you how quickly things can change. Theodora Pascalidou and her coach there will be absolutely delighted when she carried in the Paralympic flag for her nation, Greece. And happy days for Hellas as she carries out the bronze medal here. Well, she said that when I was first involved in martial arts, once I tried judo, I knew instantly it was my sport, and almost instantly there, Neil, she made sure the bronze was hers.
Yes, I mean, how pleased is coach as well. Just ecstatic there because, well, she carried the Olympic torch in, and now she's, well, brought back a medal as well.
Yeah, Klimis Pachachristos, the coach.
Real commitment, wasn't it?
It certainly was, Neil. on both sides as they try to exchange bows there with Team Mongolia. But there is Klimos Papachristos and his charge, Theodora Pascalidou, taking their moment.
Nice little bow there to everybody.
Unexpected lift from the coach there.
Yes, he thought, well, we're not going to go the other way round. We're not going to do it.
No scores needed for that one, but it's the unexpected in this big throw here.
Yes, she went for the Uchimata, and she went down on one knee, but she had good control of the upper part of the body, and she made it work. She then held for 10 seconds, only needed the 10 seconds because she had the Wazari on the board, then from the throw, and again, transition pays dividends.
It pays off for Greece. Theodora Pascalidou taking that bronze medal. Back to Thessaloniki, and of course back to the tension now. The main moments on the mat. Merve Hajapur from Turkey, Nikolina Gudric of Sweden. Well, if you have just joined us, you're right on time if you've been all the way through. A medal due to you. A medal due to one of these athletes. Will it be Turkey? Merve Hajapur from Turkey, the 30-year-old coming into this one. Her Paralympic debut for the European silver medalist. Well, Nikolina Gudric comes into this one. Has always been near the podium at the Paralympics. This her 5th Paralympic Games. She's finished 5th twice. She has a chance to finish 3rd here. And Neil Adams, these moments now, coaches have given game plans. They're ready to go. It's all about that final bit of composure. And this, the most nervous moment before the referee says start.
It's always the most nervous, especially just stepping up onto that platform. And then you've got the crowd. Crowd are not making all that much of a noise at the moment, but when a French athlete comes out, you've got to kind of cope with that sound and that ambience, and then just deaf it out.
And the use of that crowd as Hajapur and Gudric grip up in the centre, and straight away the strength differential shown.
Yes, trying to use the feet there to gauge where her opponent is, and then there's the Uchimata. Didn't get the landing, so it was a nice technique. The leg went up.
Almost nailing it.
Yes, she did. And that first touch with the first foot there, and then the leg going up the middle there. Really well done. She's been fighting really, really well today.
Gothenburg's finest, Nikolina Gudric, had a good reach, but not quite enough to drive through.
Yes, and again, just filling out, now changing to the other side. She went right first of all, and that Surigoshi there is enough for a Wazari, and that big arm over the back again that we were talking about, John, just catching the belt there, and then the lifting action. Suri means lift and pull, and she had a big lifting action with that left arm.
That big lift and pull. Is she pulling herself towards lifting a bronze medal? At some point as well, Neil, you feel the strength of your opponent and you know
immediately,
you
know, and you know, they're already trying to defend. So she again is on the arm. This might be it. Oh, full commitment there, absolute full commitment. And what spirit she's got. I mean, she's come out here to go all guns blazing. Don't forget, she has already got a Wazari on the board, but she's decided, well, I'm not going to sit back on that. I'm going to come forwards and I'm going to try and take this.
Well, Merve Adipur is having a hard time here. Can she turn that experience that she's got, both as a mother and an athlete? Her two children will be cheering on.
Watch for the left arm. There's the left arm, there's the throw, and that was a great Uchimata there, that big left arm coming over. It was always the danger, and that was fully deserved because she came out of the gate and it was all pistons pumping and she just went for it. What a great performance.
Wonderful performance, as you say. Wonderful show of respect between the two as they try to reach out to shake hands, but they're just going to wait for the referee's official pronouncement. Paralympic bronze medalist Nikolina Goodrich. This is her 5th Paralympic Games and her first medal.
Wow, and you know, there's one thing coming out and trying to win something, but when you try and win it in style, like she just did, that was superb.
Well, she's quoted as saying, judo is the best thing in the world. It's a lifestyle based on humility, respect and hard training, and that has paid off with the bronze medal for Nikolina Goodrich of Sweden.
Well, it was always that big arm over the back there. That was the first one, was Ari. Here's the second one, flat on her back this time for the full ippon. Big Surrey lifting, pulling movement there, and wow, the danger arm. In the end, look at the Swedish supporters up there, but wow, she fully deserved that.
Richly deserved for Nikolina Goodrich, and it's rich rewards with that bronze medal. What a performance we've seen so far. As we move now to the women's under 70 kilogram J1 contest. This for the gold, Liu Li. She will go for the People's Republic of China, and her chance to go against Brenda Souza de Freitas of Brazil.
Representing the People's Republic of China, 2022 Asian Paralympic champion, Liu Li.
All smiles, Liu Li, and all smiles, Liu Yuchat, the coach from Changsha in the People's Republic of China. She has a big chance here to go for gold.
I used that very line this morning when they came out because they were both smiling, big smiles, and it was genuine, you know, they were enjoying the moment.
Representing Brazil, 2023 Paralympic Games champion and 2022 World Championship bronze medalist, Brenda Souza de Freitas.
Well, Brenda Souza de Freitas from Rio de Janeiro, Nassim Umbayev, the man from Azerbaijan, in charge of this one. And de Freitas, world bronze medalist and Pan American Games champion back in Santiago, Chile. And they'll be coming out into this one full of expectation. The People's Republic of China's Liu Li, her path through, a couple of big wins against Argentina and then against Sweden. And as we see, Brenda Souza de Freitas on the way in, wins over Turkey and near neighbours Greece. But in the neighbourhood now of the bronze medals, they have moved towards the glorious gold chance. Just in the shadows of the Eiffel Tower is the Champ de Mars. And in 4 minutes, we could have a Paralympic champion, could have golden score. We also have Neil Adams to guide us through this one as they get gripped up in the centre.
Well, China are having an event, aren't they? What a tournament they're having. A chance of a second gold here. Of course, Sousa de Freitas will have something to say about that. Left to left. Well, that was the grip, and then straight away, strangely, Luli takes a right-handed stance with the legs. She took a left grip and then changed the stance, which quite a few judo could do sometimes in order to confuse. Makes it difficult, as far as the body is concerned, to hit a target. Interesting.
Well, if you can't convince them, confuse them. The opportunity now for that misdirection as we head in the direction of the first 30 seconds. The intel gathered by both sets of fingertips, feeling the strength and the movement to either side. And Brenda Sousa de Freitas actually only took up judo in 2018. She was inspired to get involved at the Benjamin Constantine Institute back in Rio. 6 years later, Paralympic final.
It's quite incredible, that, isn't it? You hear about that sometimes and you think, well, how is that possible? But it is. And look at this. Going, attacking there to the left. All left-handed for de Freitas. Crowd really getting behind them. I think that it's just feeling each other out at the moment. They just probably just need to settle down just a little bit rather than going in straight away, which it doesn't seem to be working for them. Just a little bit of movement and then they'll feel the way. They can feel it through the hands.
Sure, they can also feel the tension, the pressure as they try to work away on the ground. The referee will only let that go for so long, but is that partly the occasion, Neil? Because they're certainly cancelling each other out.
Yeah, they're cancelling each other out. They're a little bit afraid out there, and you can see it. And so there's a little bit of nerves there, and it's more, I don't want to lose this. So, of course, you know, if you're nervous about something, you immediately go into defensive mode. And so their attacks are more defensive than offensive. A little bit of movement, and I think it could happen. It could be a long contest if it carries on like this.
Well, the importance of the occasion for both nations in this one. Also the J1 category. Both athletes blind, so the first Shido there, the little warning from the referee, that's a yellow card, 3 of those, and you will lose the contest. Not the way you would want to take a gold medal, but you take it by any means necessary.
Yeah, you will, and you know that sometimes that's the tactics. Oh, that was close. Drop Sianagi there, wasn't far off, and then the turnover in Newaza. That wasn't far off either as well. So sprung her into action, but those drops there by her opponent actually got her shidoed up. And like you said, sometimes, you know, it's about winning the contest. And you can win them by shidos, but that's why the rules are like they are, to try and encourage them to attack. And we've seen nothing but attack, actually, over the last 2 days. Now she got it. She might have it.
Had a good look at that chokehold on the inside, but the referee stands them back up, brings them back to attention. The arm across the mouth there. Don't know why you did that to me. I was only trying to commentate.
No, the arm was... So sometimes, you know, we've seen them digging to try and get that jacket underneath the neck there. It's got to go underneath the chin, otherwise they'll stand it up immediately.
But the chance to stand on the top of the podium at the Paralympic Games. Both athletes, both fighters running through the repertoire and burning some nervous energy as well.
She thought she got it there, but it was a mate that was called, not Ippon. I think Luli thought that she'd done enough there, but it went across the face again.
And she turned to face and shout across to Li Yu-Chat, the coach in the corner. Almost halfway through this contest now. You can get that moment of precision.
Now a bit of movement. And that movement there will make all the difference. So a tight contest between these two. It's not easy. So the referee shouting kumakata, which is basically grips. That's all he's saying, is take a grip.
I think a few people have shouted get a grip at referees over the years, but take a grip for the judokas.
That's in all sports, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's in all sports.
Universal. But the universal challenge now. Jan Braganza, the coach in the corner. Trying to give out the encouragement. It's been stop-start. As we know, judo explosive can change in a millisecond.
Oh, yes! Change of direction! And that was still in a standing position there. And, well, the Chinese coach is saying no, it wasn't, it went off the ground. But there is a rule now that states that if you are still in a standing position, as long as you attack immediately, then you can still throw. And actually what happened there, they will have a look at this, and hopefully we can have a look as well. It's a shame that we can't see it as the commission decides. But are they going to decide that it was still in a standing position, or are they going to say that, yes, it was still okay? Because I thought that she did it quick enough to warrant a score.
So if the video commission agree with that one, it will be Paralympic gold for Brenda Souza de Freitas. We're looking for the referee's left hand to be raised to the blue corner. Liu Li and the People's Republic of China will be hoping that this one will be ruled out.
Yes, what they're looking at now with the video definitely is, was it her coming up? Was she on her knees? She needs to get two elbows. Yes. No, they've taken it off. Okay. So they've taken it off. They've said no. And now she's going to have to go again. So from winning it, or thinking she's won it, she's got to dig deep now. Get her mind right, because she's going to be ferocious now, her opponent.
Team Brazil trying to give their charge the will to get through, but it's the skill so far. Liu Li back in business. Still has that Shido against her. And as you mentioned, Neil, so important to reset mentally.
You've got to reset mentally there and say, right, this isn't, it's not lost, you know, but you've got to go out and win it again now, so. I thought it might be a score from a mistake from either one of them, really. The crowd getting behind her.
Of course, the Champ de Mars Arena, maybe some perceived injustice. They didn't see the replay.
No, you see it from one angle. We've got 4 different angles here, so 3 of them didn't see it, definitely didn't see it in the right way. And we were the same. We couldn't see the way it unfolded. Or it happened so quickly we didn't see it.
And the Brazilian fans doing their part. Brenda Sousa de Freitas trying to do hers. Liu Li has another chance at the big dance in France. A minute to go now.
Well, as you can see, Liu Li is dropping all the time. It's not pretty, and it's not the best rotation that she's getting there with those Seoinage attacks. And it would be a shame if that, yes, it would be a shame if she got passivity for not attacking, because really difficult when somebody's just dropping in front of you.
Those Judo penalties for breaking grip and, as you say, dropping out of the way. The negative Judo, but the positivity that time.
Oh no, she's turned it. And Wazari there. Liu Li gets a Wazari. And that wasn't far off Ippon either.
And how quickly things can turn around. Moments ago, Brenda Sousa de Freitas was elated. The possibility of gold was just within her reach. Now she has to reach deep to get back into this one. The Wazari in favour of Liu Li. Still time.
Yeah, some of the crowd don't like it, but you know, like you said, how quickly the tide can turn. She gets a Shido there for just locking into the hands there. So you can't entangle the hands. They're having a look to see if that was an Ippon there for China, and so again they're just want to make sure, because as soon as it landed there, I thought that's as close to an Ippon I've seen. Liu Li might have got it, so it might have completely flipped the other way.
And this will, of course, show the importance of the Video Review Commission. Brazil had it and lost it. The People's Republic of China had half a score. Are they going to get a full score? If they do, if the arm is raised for the athlete in white, Liu Li will be the Paralympic champion. Who would be a video review juror?
Well, I mean, they've looked at it again and again. There we go. It's going to be.
Wazari gone as well.
Wow. So they've had a look on the video review, and like you said, who would look at it? You know, who would like their job? Not me.
You be the judge. Didn't land on the side, and on either side is those yellow cards. And the key detail above that, the gold medal. 20 seconds and some change to change the direction. It was heading to Brazil, then it was heading to Beijing. But back at the mat, and the Champ de Mars, who can emerge as the star in this one? 20 seconds will tell us, or we go to golden score.
Still everything to fight for. One lost, one lost. Now, everything to win. What an unusual contest. Looking for the turnover. Needs to get some kind of movement if she's going to turn her over.
Doesn't look like it. Into the golden score after the big gong. Well, well, well. High drama here, the Champ de Mars.
Yes, we really have seen everything, haven't we? We've some brilliant technique. We saw techniques that were borderline techniques going either way. And to France, to Germany, sorry, I'll try again, to China and Brazil.
In France?
Yes, indeed. And it's been really interesting because neither one of the scores were counted.
In terms of the geography, going for gold, putting herself almost...
She's turned her over. Now she got the hold down. She's got the hold down. Oh, she's going to hold her down there. Kazure Kamishiho Gatami is the hold down. She fell into the hold down here, and it's going to go to China. It's nearly there. Just needs to be 10 seconds. She gets the score, and she is the Paralympic champion.
She holds it down and lets her emotions fly. Brenda Sousa de Freitas of Brazil showed the will and the skill. She will take the silver for Brazil, but Liu Li from the People's Republic of China holding it down for those in Changsha. Back in China, big moments here in what has been a wonderful Paralympic Games. The referee will give the official pronouncement. The hand is raised, and is raised in favour of Liu Li from the People's Republic of China, the Paralympic champion. Brenda Souza de Freitas of Brazil with the silver as they embrace in the centre.
One lost, and then one. And wow, what a way to do it. And it was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it, there by Souza de Freitas. She committed, went for it. Nice to see them going for it, even though it is a Paralympic final. And she landed on her back, and of course, Liu Li took full advantage, dropped on top for the Kamishio Tami, and it was all over.
Liu Li, the Paralympic champion in the women's under 70 kilograms J1 category. Well, Neil, you mentioned it all day as they help each other down the steps. They came in smiling, and they're going to leave smiling as we see shots of Brazil. A silver medal at the Paralympic Games, obviously came for gold, had a legitimate thought of having the gold, but in the end, this was the moment that changed it.
This is what changed it there. Well, we thought that was an Ippon, and it's good to see it actually again. And then we thought that might have been a score, but in the end, it has to be the third one, which is a hold down in the end. So it kind of gave us a little bit of a look at the standing to ground, and it was Kamishio Tami, Kazure Kamishio Tami, a variation of, that won the title.
And there is confirmation. Liu Li from the People's Republic of China takes the gold medal in the women's under 70 kilograms J1 category. Para Judo keeps on delivering, and we thank you for staying with us, because it is absolutely packed here, and they're being treated to a real festival in terms of the judo qualities. Nikolina Gudrich and Theodora Pascalidou from Sweden and Greece with bronze. For Brazil, Brenda Souza de Freitas, she takes that silver, and Liu Li is the champion. And we're going to gather our thoughts for a few moments, because the victory ceremony is on its way. And then we'll move into the last category in terms of the action here on day number 2. Time flies, the big throws and the big skills. Stay with us for the big rewards.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les masculins, moins de 73 kg, J1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's under 73 kilograms J1.
Time now for the medals. The magic moments after all that training and preparation.
Please welcome the medalists.
Well, this is the slowest and steadiest pace to move all day. They were electric quick, and they were supercharged on that path to the podium. And nice to see the volunteers doing that work that the coaches did to guide them in, also that the referees did in the middle of the mat. But these are the last steps after many thousands of hours of training to get to here. And one final big step up each to receive their just rewards.
Les médailles sont remportées par
The medals will be presented by Mr. Mohamed Al-Ali.
Membre du conseil d'administration du comité international paralympique.
IC Accompanied by Mr. Ed Berger.
Directeur de l'arbitrage paralympique du INSA.
ISA Judo Referee Director.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant le Portugal et représentant l'Allemagne.
Bronze medalists representing Portugal, Judo Eiffel, and representing Germany, Lena Sass.
Well, the bronze medalists take their step up onto the podium for the first time at the Paralympic Games. Lennart Sass from Germany was really impressive all day. Could have been in that final. But in the final analysis, it's wonderful moments for both men. Gabriel Ifa and Lennart Sass from Portugal and Germany, respectively.
Just kind of looked disappointed, didn't he? Just a little bit, just expected a little bit more, maybe. That man there was, well, he was great all day, wasn't he? Just that one mistake.
But make no mistake about it now, as they receive their souvenirs, these moments will live for many years in their respective families. Lennart Sass with the bronze for Germany.
Silver medalist representing Kazakhstan, Yegali Sheme.
Yegali Sheme makes his way onto the podium there as he receives a very hard-fought silver medal.
Yes, it was a really tough match, but brilliantly executed in the final, I have to say. And just, well, finished by Ippon. Can't get much better than that, but he'll be happy with his silver, I'm sure.
Yegali Sheme from Kazakhstan with the silver.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Romania, Florin Alexandru Pola.
The smile says it all.
I actually met him when he was just starting on the road to victory, and somebody said to me, this young lad is going to do it, you know, and I just saw them in tears, the person that said it to me, just below our commentary position, and at last he's Paralympic champion.
Not only is he going to do it, he has done it. Florin Alexandru Baloga from Romania, the Paralympic champion, and gets to enjoy the national anthem of Romania.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Romania.
Well, a rousing ovation for Romania. Magical moments there for Florin Alexandru Baloga. Gibrilo Iafa from Portugal with bronze. Lennart Sass for Germany, likewise. Yergely Shemi with the silver for Kazakhstan. And the Paralympic champion, Florin Alexandru Baloga. Looks like he belongs up there, Neil.
And he did such a good job. He really did. He did 2 Wazares in the final against a real class act as well. It was going to be a tough match, and now time for them all to be pals. I love the fact that they always call it the family photo, don't they? Just it's nice, though.
For the judo family, brothers in arms, the champion, the main man, Florin Alexandru Baloga. And Alexandra the Great, as he is, the champion, gets it done in fine style. And as they have done for the entire competition, not a seat to be had here.
Yes, just looking round at this stadium, they're all on their feet, giving a standing ovation.
And it is the outstanding talents of the men here in the under 73 kilogram J1 category. They exit the arena. The final long march past the adoring public as their Paralympic journey comes to a fitting finale. The Fab Four with the medals. Plenty more fantastic judo on the way. Well, the judo fans in the Champ de Mars giving us a real treat and giving a fitting platform for the judoka. The bronze medal contest now. Kim Dong-hoon of the Republic of Korea, Uchkun Kurnabayev of Uzbekistan. And the centre referee from France getting quite an ovation. Can only imagine what will happen when the French athletes come out.
And now the men's under 73 kilogram J2 bronze medal contest.
En chevalier pour la République de Corée, première participation à des Jeux Paralympiques.
In the white judo, representing the Republic of Korea, making a Paralympic debut, Kim Dong-hoon.
Well, Kim Dong-hoon, the 25-year-old, makes his way into this one. In terms of his athletic resume, not much. He still has the chance now to get the bronze. And Uchkun Kurnabayev, the 28-year-old, and he's brought some supporters with him.
He has, and you know, he was Paralympic champion at 66 kilograms, so he's gone up to 73s. You can't tell whether he's got up because he wants to, but because he's had to qualify, because some of the amalgamated categories now. 66 kilos isn't part of the program, so it goes from 60 to 73 kilograms. So he's opted to go to 73s.
Moving up in weight, but the weight is almost over. It's the men's under 73 kilogram bronze medal matchup in the J2 category. Kim Dong-hun of Korea, the man on the left in the white, and Uchun Kurnabayev. You can see what colour he's in. The man from Uzbekistan tries straight away.
Beautiful Ashiwaza. That was 2 parts. That should score, I thought, but I thought it might have deserved a score, and he hasn't given it for a reason. And straight into the attack again. That was a great double stab Ashiwaza. And like you said a little bit earlier, we haven't got the video referee to have a look at it just to see where the landing was. And he's not giving it yet, but a quick glance over there to the top table to see if it does warrant a score. Because the sooner they know now, then the better, because if you're fighting from behind, sometimes you can panic a little bit, right? But if it's all evens, it's a different match. So they're going to have a look at this.
Yeah, there was a sticky foot there.
Yes, and they have given the Wazari. So it happened so quickly that, of course, you know, the immediate thing was, yes, it was, but, you know, he was closest to it. It's a lovely foot sweep there, beautiful.
That sticks the first Wazari on the board. That's the half score.
Yes, another one of those. Any throw or a 10-second hold down will finish this off. Or what might happen here, just holding the legs there, any leg entanglement, then no hold down will count if he can get the leg out. Well, he's on the arm, actually. He's actually on the arm to try and apply udigarami. Well, it just went a little bit onto the shoulder, so it wasn't so much onto the elbow, and it went more onto the shoulder. The referee called mate there. Can't have a shoulder lock, it's got to be an arm lock.
Kim Dong-hun being advised by his coach to do what you want, try and be a bit more creative. Not the time to be passive.
No, he's got great Seoinagi as well. He creates space with that right arm on the inside grip and then goes in, but he hasn't had chance here.
Not had a chance to breathe either. Kurnabayev showing that title-winning capacity that he had back in Tokyo when he took the gold, keeping the pressure on. You have to go. Call the coach from Korea.
It's going to be Ashiwaza again here. He's looking for it. A bit of a panic stations there, isn't it? There you can see it. Kim just realizing that it's got a mountain to climb. He's losing the exchanges on the ground as well.
Sentiment echoed by his coach saying, no, get off the ground, stay standing, try and use the skills. But Uchun Kurnabayev entertaining the crowd so far. He have come for gold, of course, but as a Wazari, he's halfway to this bronze.
Yeah, hasn't had chance to rotate. Just so they've done their homework on him. And of course he was scoring really well with that earlier, but not any chance of rotating the hips round.
And of course in this J2 category there is some field of vision, ability to see shapes and lights depending on that paradigm. So Kurnabayev just reading that play, and as you say, the coach will have emphasised watch out for the main weapons for the man from the Republic of Korea.
Yes, well, that is his main weapon. He has another go-to side sacrifice technique that he does as well, but he hasn't given him chance. He's just blocked it out every single time.
Kurnabayev, prodigious strength, all that experience.
Yes, defensive. He's in a jigger-tie defensive posture there, backside out there, and he'll have to do some work. He's expecting that. That wasn't far off. It's not going to be the landing. The initial landing was there, and then he pushed him over onto the side, so it won't count.
So there was too much time between the foot sweep and the fall.
Too much from the landing, which wasn't quite on the side, to the push, which put him onto his side.
All about timing, of which the last 40 seconds now. As it stands, Uzbekistan's Kurnabayev will be adding another Paralympic medal.
Yes, well, I was going to say the coach there, he kind of knows it's drifting away from him. Kim Juan knows that he'll have to take some kind of chance now.
There's going to be a little discussion quietly there, very respectfully done by the referee. Coach is only allowed to give that instruction during the pause and not too voluble.
So he's going to go in again. Now he's defending. He's got two Shidos to play with. I don't want to say that as a tactic here, but 23 seconds to go. He's going to get one now. And I think coach might get one as well. So there's the Shido. So that's the first one he's burnt. So trying to waste a few valuable seconds there. It's too much of a defensive posture. Now's the chance. He's been good in Newaza, so just go onto his back there, get your legs in, go for something progressive, waste those last 7 seconds, and they're ticking away there. The referee says, no, I know what you're doing. You've got to stand up for the last 4.
And they'll be standing up for him, Uchun Kurnabayev, barring a minor miracle for Kim Dong-hoon, who needs the big throw. But in the throws of this one, the man from Uzbekistan is going to run down the clock here. And despite that last Seoinage attempt, the big gong goes, and at the end of the big show, Uchun Kurnabayev, a well-earned bronze.
It was well earned, and the referee said mate there just before, so he's going to get a Shido here, I think, for his defensive posture, but it won't make any difference to the actual score. Is he going to get the Shido? Will he just ignore it? I think he might ignore it.
Yeah, the only hand movement is to declare the winner, Uchun Kurnabayev. A show of respect there. Kim Dong-hoon will be better for this contest, going up against one of the very best to ever do it, Uchun Kurnabayev from Uzbekistan. As they all take their respective bows, is the man from Uzbekistan, Uchun Kurnabayev, with the bronze in the minus 73 kilogram J2 category.
Another Paralympic medal for him, and there's the Ashiwaza, beautifully taken it was as well. Double stab onto his side, then onto his back. It wasn't a nip-on there, as there was an appeal from the coach there to have a look at it to see if it was a nip-on, but it wasn't a nip-on. Great stuff though, and managed to hold on to be crowned Paralympic champion.
Yeah, Kurnabayev, of course, previous Paralympic champion. They are taking the bronze, as we take our eyes across now to the men's under 73 kilogram J2 category bronze medal contest. Nathan Petit of France against Osvaldas Parekis of Lithuania. Well, the French flags have been flying high. They've had plenty to cheer here in the Champ de Mars. Who will emerge as the head man? Will it be Nathan Petit? And then he comes. Well, Nathan Petit with the grand roar. Paralympic 5th place last time in Tokyo for the world bronze medalist. Can he go one better here? Well, from Ukmerge in Lithuania, the 30-year-old will emerge in front of Heather Luniens, the Belgian referee here. In this J2 sports class, he is class. He has a bronze medal at the Paralympic Games. 5th place last time out as well. Nathan Petit now on his way into the big arena.
This is what we were talking about coping with the pressure of the crowd now. He's got to deafen them out, get on with the job, but he's got a good man in front of him. And a big thrower. He was throwing huge today. Watch this. This is going to be a good contest. He has good Ashiwaza. Barikis. He's looking for the outside leg, that front leg there. That's what he wants, Barikis. And then he'll drive and do a double. Oh, look at that, changes it.
Well, the French fans used to singing Allez le Bleu. They'll be looking for Allez le Blanche in this one. The man from Lithuania, Barikis, breaking grip. Trying to break some French hearts here as well. 4-minute contest. If you land him on the back, it's an ippon. It's all over. Land him on the side for Wazari. And Neil Adams, our expert analyst, this is all about checking the strength and looking for the opportunities.
The reason they're lamping down on the head there is that as they pull them down there, they get the opposite reaction of them coming back up, and it creates that little bit of space then to move in.
The heads up from Neil Adams. The heads will go together again. And running through their head, the respective database trying to reach over the back there.
Yes, really giving it some now. He's got good posturing, but the posture isn't enough. You've got to put the attack in. So you can look superior, start ragging your opponent round the mat there, but it's not enough. And of course, you know, everybody will want something from it here, but if you don't score, you don't score. You need to attack to score.
And on that, not just the athletes trying to stay cool, the referee and the video commission, they have to referee what they see, not what they hear.
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, you know what it's like to train away on your own. You know what it's like to be in an individual sport, to have an atmosphere like this to carry, very special.
Yeah, it is. It's how you treat that those nerves as your friend, really. And sometimes they're not your friend, you know, they work against you. Looking for the Uchimata. Trying to find the way in there, Nathan Petit.
Well, good luck to the French coach to be heard over this one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we were talking about, weren't we, the physical signs sometimes from the coach. This is such an occasion that you would need that, so that you look over to your coach and he makes sign language a little bit, but, you know, more difficult because obviously their vision, these are impaired, so sometimes they won't be able to see the coach.
Hard to see them, hard to hear them, but also the hard men in the middle. They're getting some running repairs here for Nathan Petit, a little bit of an injury. Just getting some taping up done in the corner, the man from the dojo Ramanis in Romans-sur-Seine. He trains 16 hours a week at the INSEP Centre, the elite centre. And his method and his philosophy is either you win or you learn, you never lose. And they're hoping to learn and earn the bronze here. But of course, Berekis Osvaldas from Lithuania, made of tough stuff, always around the podium at the World Championships as the fans do their best to fall over the stands there. But he's keeping his calm as the man from Lithuania, Algis Mekovic, the coach in the corner, trying to feed some information to him. And one of the reasons he took up the sport, one of his friends was doing it when he was studying at the Lithuanian Education Centre for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And he trains 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. And he's going to need all of that training here, Neil, because a chance for both to try and reassess and figure out as the medical team just do some final repairs here.
Might be a little bit of blood, and I think, you know, it's sometimes difficult, especially if it's on the face, to quell the stem of blood, especially when the heart's pumping. And of course on the face, if you feel around your face, everything is tight, so it's difficult to put a plaster on because you're sweaty. So often they have to wrap them up, and we quite often see them coming back a little bit mummified, but I don't think that's going to happen in this case. She might actually try and just put some tape on, but better to go round the head and make sure. Yeah, she is. She's going to go round the head and she's going to mummify him. And the reason is he can't afford another stoppage.
Well, the Marseillaise rings out around the arena as the taping job is done by the medical team just off to our right in the commentary position. As Neil Adams says, some taping being done. Might be the plaster of Paris that they're sticking on there. But the mummy returns as Nathan Petit taped up and ready. Well, they want to be the head man here in the bronze medal contest as we head into the 3rd minute of this one.
Yes, it's obviously the forehead, just on the top of the eye. Oh, look, that might be. No, not quite. He didn't quite get the change of direction. It wasn't quite him. It was more the movement from Petit there that initiated that landing.
14,888 people singing Nathan and 2 singing Osvaldas for Lithuania, giving him some charge, trying to come forward to reap the benefit with the leg there.
Yes, trying to reach round the outside of the leg, and there's an attempt at Tominagi. No movement from Petit whatsoever.
The most significant movement, the chest pumping in and out. The stamina being searched by both men as they go in search of this bronze medal. 1 Judo penalty, 3 of those, and Osvaldas Berekis would be disqualified. He still has plenty of time to get some scores on the board.
He's lucky to go there for the Uchimata. Has to be careful that he gets his balance right. But they're both opening up, aren't they? So somebody's going to go soon.
And I don't want to put you on the spot here, Neil, but is there signs that Nathan Petit just beginning to fancy this in terms of the strength?
I think he is. And also, just looking at his opponent there, Berekis as well. Head started to go down a little bit because he won early in his other contests. And you can see here, he's just starting to doubt himself. And yes, he's rising to the bait, he's rising to the crowd.
A few pantomime boos, of course. Well, we saw the coup de baton in the classical French theatre tradition. The crowd playing their part in the main act for them. This for the bronze.
Yes, well, another Shido on the board will really make a difference. It will put him under loads of pressure. And it changes the whole pattern of the contest.
That's the yellow card so far for Lithuania, and the energy bar dipping. Can he dip into his reserves and get a score, or can Nathan Petit lift the roof off of the Champ de Mars?
Oh, he's under! No, it wasn't quite. Well, it was away from the referee as well. Sometimes they turn so quickly back onto the front that you don't see the point of the landing, but for me, that wasn't quite there. They are having a look just to see if it was on the side. They've given it.
There was Ari, the half score in favour of Osvaldas Barekas as he breaks towards bronze. Still a minute and some change for Nathan Petit.
Well, 1 minute to go and he's still attacking. Better to attack than just defend. And now look at this. First time we've seen Petit taking to the newaza, to the groundwork, and now get ready for it, because it's going to be a minute here of Barekas coming forwards. Petit, he's trying for the sumigaeshi and he's trying for the changes of direction, and now, well, Barekas just needs to stay cool, reset, and then, like I say, attack. He needs to attack.
How much energy does he have left to do in this one? The lone Lithuanian.
Well, we have the situation here where he has 2 Shidos up, he has the score, but if he is defensive, he might get that 3rd Shido, and you wait, because the crowd will start baying for it.
Well, they surely are baying for it now.
Oh, it's just got the 1 Shido. Oh, that's all right. They're definitely baying for it, though.
And the best classical theatre, the big drama for the last 30 seconds or so.
Oh, and again, right the way underneath. He hit the target. They're not allowed to touch below the belt line, so any kind of technique, they can't touch below the belt line. If they are doing a technique and they touch below the belt line, it's a penalty. So Petit now has the arm over the back. It's just all defence. It might be a second penalty there with 18 seconds to go. So he does get the second Shido. Now it will change it, because if he drops now, and we have seen contests lost in the last seconds, in fact, the last 5 seconds at the Olympic Games. And he's holding off here. Look at that. He just falls onto his knees. And you can't just fall onto your knees like that. 6 seconds to go. Is he going to get it? He might get it. No, he's not. He's got the benefit of the doubt.
Well, the 2 yellow cards hanging against Osvaldas Barekas as he breaks towards the bronze. The referee having a look at it here in the last second. 1 more Shido for Nathan Petit, and it would be bronze for France. However, You can guarantee there'll be a few boos for Barakis, but Osvaldas, the lone Lithuanian, overcomes the atmosphere. He won't mind the boos when he takes the bronze, because in the end, professionalism digs it out. And Nathan Petit of France gave it everything. Osvaldas Barakis with the bronze medal for Lithuania.
It was a tough match, wasn't it? It was really a tough one, and it's tough for the French to swallow that, but he got given the score, and then in the end, he just couldn't pull it back.
Delight for all those from Emerge in Lithuania, and most particularly for this man. Osvaldas Barakis takes a nice warm ovation now from the crowd. They accept the result.
It was the shoulder that touched that got the score, and they're saying, I think it's probably one of the things that they will review later, actually, but the actual shoulder touches, that got the score for the Wazari.
That gets the score, and that gets the bronze medal in the men's under 73 kilogram J2 category. Osvaldas Barakis from Lithuania taking that second bronze, as we turn our attention now towards the big one, the gold medal contest in the men's under 73. Seto Yojuri of Japan, Georgi Kaldini of Georgia.
Et ce prétendant judoki blanc pour le Japon, médaille de bronze aux Jeux Paralympiques de Tokyo.
In the white judoki representing Japan, Tokyo 2020, 66 kilogram bronze medalist, Seto Yujiro.
Well, Seto Yojiro will be all set in this one from Itoshima in Japan, the 24-year-old. His second time out at the Paralympic Games. Can he add to the bronze that he took in Tokyo?
In the blue judoki representing Georgia, two-time European champion, Georgi Kaldani.
Well, Georgi Kaldani, the man from Sukhumi in Georgia, making his first opportunity to get a medal at the Paralympic Games. Roland Pogier will run the rule over this one. Both men have been at the Paralympics before. Finishing in 5th place was the Jordan.
Yes, it's an interesting one, because Seto is the one that I was talking to you about readjustment of movement. He'll hit with the first movement, then hit with the second one, but he hasn't fought anybody as good as Kaldani. Kaldani has also been throwing big. This is going to be a big throwing match.
And in the throes of this one, 4 minutes to decide who will be the Paralympic champion.
Wazari straight away there, and straight in for the Sienega. It's Ippon all the way so far for Seto.
And often we do it for the new fans of para judo. You can announce this one for the experts, because this is two experts head-to-head.
Two experts head-to-head here. This is about who applies their technique first, and they're both looking for the grip, the superior grip. Away they go. Watch this. There's the one. Watch the second one go in. So the first one normally sets it up, and then he'll hit with the second one. And he's looking for the second score. So look for the second hit. There's one, and then the second one normally follows.
And the reason for that, Georgi Kaldini, the similar level, he'll know that that one's coming.
He does, he knows it's coming, all right, but also it's the posturing as well of Seto. Seto has got such good posture. His shoulders are up, he's defending with his hips, he's got good kumakata, great gripping strategies, and, well, opposing styles as well. These two come from two entirely different fighting styles.
Differing styles. The one Wazari halfway to victory, sweeps the leg.
Beautiful. He landed on his backside, so it didn't count, but that was a beautiful Ashiwaza. Great foot sweep. Georgian coach thought that that was a score. Of course he did.
I wonder why. Georgi Kaldani can always rely.
Oh, look at that, he's got it. Wazari Mazzetti upon. And that, well, he got caught with an Ashiwaza, and they just skipped to the side there. And Diashibarai, Kuriashibarai, I think it was. He took both feet. If it's 1 foot, it's Diashibarai, D meaning one. A Kuriashi means both feet.
Well, one thing's for sure, he'll have both feet on top of the podium as the Paralympic champion, Seto Ujiri. All day, the best man, Georgi Kaldani of Georgia, will take the silver medal. But the Paralympic champion.
How easy did he make that look? That was just job done.
And Seto Ujiri takes that gold medal here in the men's under 73 kilograms J2 category. And now a nice moment for both coach and fighter. A simple shake of the hands, no tears.
Very, very simple, no emotion, was it? Nothing. Here it is. There's the first one. There's the secondary adjustment there. So the first one hit the first hip, and look at that. So he takes both feet, a Kuriashibarai there, moving to the side. He skipped with him, he went with it. All right, big mistake.
Georgi Kaldani with the silver, Seto Ujiri with that wonderful set-up play, the quick feet and the quick thinking. And in the men's under 73 kilogram category in the J2 grouping, the gold medal rightly goes to Seto Ujiri. Here's the final rankings. Lithuania and Uzbekistan with a brace of bronze. Georgia with silver. And the man from Japan, Seto Ujiri, is the champion. That's the podium. We're waiting for the victory ceremony, and then we'll be underway with the remaining judo matchups for you. There's lots to enjoy. Stick with us, victory ceremony on its way.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les féminines, moins de 70 kilos, J1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's under 70 kilogram J1.
So time now for the victory ceremony for the women's under 70 kilograms in the J1 categories. in the moments of the illustrious careers of all four fighters. They have fought for these moments. And they've been gripped up all day. They've been arm to arm with everyone. They're now arm in arm with the volunteers on the way in. They can relax now.
It's nice, isn't it, to watch the gentle walk in there, and of course they're enjoying that, because I always remember, you know, it's like the silver medalist is always the one that leads out. When you go in second, it means you're behind the #1 spot.
And the group, of course, making their way in, responding to noises in the crowd in this J1 category. Athletes that are blind athletes. But it was the blinding skill and speed that made the difference, to put them on the podium as they wait for the final instructions from their attaché volunteers to guide them when to take that final step up. But my goodness, did they step up today. Nicolina Gudrich of Sweden, joined by Teodora Pascalidou of Greece.
There were some great performances there, weren't there? There really were. That lady there never stopped coming forwards. There was no reverse.
And going through the gears to get those bronze medals for Sweden, Nicolina Pernheim Gudrich. She accepts her souvenir frieze. And the mascots with the bronze decals as well. Teodora Pascalidou of Greece, congratulations to her. Checking the braille on the medal. Breda Sousa de Freitas takes her moment and takes her silver medal, gives an ovation to the fans. She contributed massively to that final.
Yes, it was, well, just a terrific final, it really was. And I think, I keep saying it time and time again, it was an open final because both athletes going for gold, you know, and I think that's the important thing.
Trying to win was Brenda Sousa de Freitas. She's won the hearts and minds of the fans here, and that super silver. Brenda Sousa de Freitas from Brazil with the silver.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing the People's Republic of China, Liu Li.
for the Paralympic champion, receiving the gold medal and the plaudits from the fans. She deserved it.
She did. It was one lost, wasn't it? It was quite a remarkable final. Talk about drama. It had it all.
And from the drama to the elation for the People's Republic of China's Liu Li.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
The Liu Li, the People's Republic of China, the Paralympic champion. Nicola Gudrich of Sweden with bronze. Teodora Pascalidou of Greece with bronze likewise. Brenda Souza de Freitas with the silver. Liu Li, she is the Paralympic champion. Wonderful scenes for her, as all four are guided together. And Neil Adams, in terms of a representation for para-judo, none better than these four.
None better, and that's the second gold medal for China. They're having a great tour. They seem to be just enjoying the tournament. Every time they step out for those finals and for those medal matches, coach and they are smiling.
Well, they're certainly smiling now. Another Paralympic champion, this time in the form of Liu. As they take their leave now, and that completes the victory ceremony. And there was one little touch of class just off to the side here, as all four fantastic female fighters make their way down. In the male division, you may have seen Seto Yojiro of Japan. He just claimed the title, and he was mid-interview when the medal ceremony happened. And as soon as the questionnaire started to ask him what was going on, he said, stop, turned round and observed the victory ceremony and the national anthem with great dignity.
Great dignity and great respect, and that, you know, that's where our culture comes from. You know, the judo culture of respect and honour and being exactly like that. You know, respectful of what's happening around you, and I think that, you know, when you bow off the mat, you could celebrate, but it's celebrating in the right way, and I think that that's important.
Wise words from our judo expert Neil Adams, who's going to have the wisdom to get the bronze in this one. Brazil's Kelly Victorio or Ogawa Kazusa of Japan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the referee for the next contest. From Germany, Katharina Mozok.
So the Champ de Mars Arena packed to the rafters.
In the white jersey, representing Brazil, making their Paralympic debut, Kelly Vittorio.
Well, Kelly Vittorio, the 20-year-old from the Instituto Sul Matarese back in Brazil. Alexandra Garcia, the coach, in her corner.
In the blue jersey, representing Japan, Tokyo 2020 bronze medalist,
Ogawa Kasusa from Ichihara in Japan. Katerina Marzok, the centre referee from Germany. So we have one debutante from Brazil. With that one victory already. And the chance now to go for the bronze. She will go against a Paralympic bronze medalist in the form of Ogawa Kasusa. 4 minutes to decide who can take the bronze. And that's the route through there for Ogawa.
Yes, there's quite a differential in height here, as you can see, but she'll go underneath her. And that lapel hand, the left lapel hand there of Ogawa will work overtime just to make the space to go in.
Jogai been called by the referee, just warning them they're on the outer reaches of the mat.
Yes, it gets louder as they get nearer to the edge there, it gets louder. So it kind of orientates them to come back in.
Mati meaning to pause to stand them up. Alexandra Garcia giving out the instructions in the Brazilian corner.
Yes, this is J2, so they have some kind of sight sometimes. It's restricted. Watch the left arm. Just trying to create that little bit of space to find the way in between the legs.
Trying to find that ability to off-balance the taller Brazilian. A minute gone so far.
Yeah, still not put proper attack in yet, Vittorio. Needs a bit more rotation, saying that, nor has Ogawa.
Well, patience in danger of becoming passivity. And that is the first Shido there, the yellow card. 3 of those will be disqualification.
Yes, Ogawa gets it. She got the Shido there, so she's going to have to get on a bike. But I think the first kind of attack that she gets will be a good attack. Now trying for the Ouchigari.
And now Ouchigari is to drive that left leg in between.
Trying to get it, yes, to change her stance and then give herself enough to drop underneath. And she hasn't had a chance to come across yet.
Good strength from Kelly Vittorio, seeing her off, keeping her at arm's length. But for how much longer before she looks at a possible Shido as well?
Yes, although she's dropping there, she's getting no rotation whatsoever. In danger of receiving a Shido. Yeah, and she does get it. Well, that was interesting. She actually, Ogawa said, you grip first. She got her to grip first, and then she wanted to go underneath. And actually, that's one of the things that, you know, so obviously if they take a grip and they're comfortable, then you take one that's not so comfortable for them. something to oppose it.
With a chance there for Kelly Vittorio to work a little bit more on the ground. Chance not taken.
I'm kind of surprised that Goa isn't using that left arm just to create a little bit of space there. They use it sometimes, the lapel hand, to create that little bit of space. They'll bend the arm of the opponent and then they'll go underneath. And she's in now, she's got the situation. Is she going to drop underneath? Yeah, there she goes. And she's dropped to the other side for the Ippon Seoinage, gets the Wazari.
So that Wazari, the half score. One more of those will be enough for Ogawa Kazuya. She's got one Paralympic bronze medal already to her name. Can she make it two? Kelly Vittorio needs a response. We haven't seen much of her in terms of attacking judo.
No, it's been more defence, hasn't it? She knows that the danger is there. She can feel it. She's felt it now, especially. So now it's up to her to change the fight, change the tactics, maybe. Gowa's going to go again in a minute because she's just setting her up there. Get her going one way and then she'll switch it.
So using the arms and the feet.
It's the arms and the feet, working them together all the time, but then you need to create enough space that you can get a rotation. But they can't always see where, you know, so you can feel where the opponent is to a degree, but obviously having the problem that they have, that the restrictions with the sight, that it makes it more difficult for them.
And that's going to make it more difficult now for Kelly Vittorio. A couple of yellow cards, one away from disqualification. Ogawa Kazuya, one score away from winning by Ippon. Does she want to take it in style or just be professional and run down the clock?
I think she's going to go for it. She's leaning in and then it'll be the switch. As she pushes forward there, you can see that she's getting the action from her opponent there. Vittorio is pushing forwards. And the more anxious she gets, the more she'll come forwards.
Good refereeing, letting that one float. There's a couple of kicks up to the face there when they were on the deck. Kelly Vittorio avoids the Shido. Can she avoid the clutches of Ogawa Kazuya, or is it going to be another bronze for Japan?
Well, again, leaning in here now. She's into the last 12 seconds. Nothing. Well, that was a counter, I thought. Yes, she did. She scored it. So she gets the Wazari Wazetti Ippon. And it was the hands that made the difference there, John, because she had the hands there, controlled it all the way down. Anything that would let go there, she wouldn't have got it. But she got it anyway. I don't think she was going to get out of that hold down. She was in the hold down.
Yeah, as you say, the good hand movement, driving the steering wheel and steering it back towards Ichihara in Japan. Ogawa Kazuya taking the bronze medal in the women's under 70 kilograms J2 category. And in the end there, obviously, Neil, you're giving us the expert analysis. Kelly Vittorio couldn't quite deal with the strength or the speed or the elusive movement.
I think it was, you know, we talk about the posturing, even though she was smaller there, and we could see that that was the case. There's the Seoinage that scored, very low Ippon Seotoshi. There was the counter there with the hands, and she just drives her onto her side there, and that was through body movement. And I think You know, that's what beat her there, the posturing and the good posture. And that's what we get with all of the Japanese. That's what we all had difficulty with, fighting the ones with good posture.
Well, they'll have perfect posture on the podium. Both bronze medalists so far. As Ogawa joins the list in this one. The women's under 70 kilogram J2 corresponding bronze medal contest, Kazakhstan's Ayala Merkut against Ina Kaldani of Georgia. Ayala Merkut, the 24-year-old, makes her way into this one. It is her debut at the Paralympic Games. Nouraline Serikbol, her coach, in the corner. Ina Kaldani, the 27-year-old European champion, world bronze medalist, and silver in Tokyo. Craig Bartlett, the centre referee from New Zealand in this one. If you're brand new to para judo, welcome. If you're an expert, you'll have seen Ayala Merkut making her way through to this bronze medal contest. 4 minutes to decide who will be the victor. If there's more time needed, we'll go into the golden score for the bronze and the objective of the sport. We'll have Neil Adams to explain it to us, just the ways to win in judo.
Well, it's to score Ippon, and certainly Kaldani is a really good counter person, and she scored a couple of really good techniques on the way through here to this bronze medal position, and of course silver medalist from the last Paralympics. She's a big thrower, also European champion, so very extreme right-handed, as you can see there. Right foot forwards, so both feet went out, the mate called. Bring them back to the middle to start again. The main aim, of course, is to throw flat on the back for Ippon, or hold down for 20 seconds, arm lock or strangle for a submission. And we've seen quite a few of all of them, actually, in this tournament so far. Looking for the pickup, and you can see it that she just wants a small mistake for Merkut, and if she comes in too high, she'll be punished, because she'll go around the waist and try and pick her up, take her back. Right to left, and we were talking about that work with the stance, the W effect with the legs there. Well, both looking for the same thing. They want to go up the middle there for the Uchimata. You can see that they do. And the problem with that is that sometimes if you just sleight of hips there, let them go, they throw themselves because of the momentum.
Just breaking the grip there, sliding off. And you mentioned that momentum for the Uchimata. Well, it is a matter now of time. The first Shido now going against Georgia's Ina Kaldani. Both try and get that dominant grip. Who can turn that wheel and get that off balance?
Yes, just being forced there to the edge. And I think she was forcing her there to get her penalised. She's been out twice now. She's already got a Shido on the board. She can't afford another one.
Penalties could be pivotal. That throw not fully executed. The referee will stand them up unless they can get to work on the ground. Be more aggressive, the call from the coach in the corner from Georgia.
Yes, we need to see something positive. She's actually the one that's taking the fight to Kaldani, and she's the one that's initiating first, Mareki.
The knowledgeable fans acknowledging there the second Shido. One more and it will be disqualification for Georgia. Ina Kaldani on the precipice, still halfway of this contest to go. Needs to get active.
Yeah, she needs to commit. She does. It's no good just waiting for the attack and the mistake. You've got to go in and you have to initiate. Now she does. Well, in the earlier rounds as well, the big arm, right arm over the back there in order to catch the belt was causing all sorts of problems. But the fact that she's just a little bit shorter probably not making it easy for her to do that.
Dragging again towards the outer reaches.
Yes, there's the Uchimata. Both of them looking for the same thing. One of them is going to go, one of them will catch the other one as they miss.
Taking the salvation of the mat there. Ayla Merkut being defensive. Cuts a few more seconds off. If it was to stand like this, it would still go to the golden score. Those Shidos would still stay on the board. Who can take it into their own hands and feet to get the score.
There's the leg again. Ah, look at that. Paid the price. And I think that was a Wazari. Yes, it was. A Wazari scored. And so she came in for the Uchimata, and she's been waiting for it all the way through the contest. There is no doubt about that. And Kaldani then just tips her onto her back. No, I think it was the wrong way. He's given it the wrong way.
I think you're right. It would be reversed because it went initially up onto the Georgian score.
Well, it's sometimes the one that initiates does get the nod, but I think that was a counter actually from Kaldani.
So a counter for Georgia, and it's going to be waved off the Wazari. Just a little reminder.
They've decided not to give a score for it then, and definitely wasn't that way anyway, so they've taken it off, and I think that was a good decision actually.
There's one little reminder there from the referee in the centre saying you have two Shidos. That attempt to reap the leg reaps no reward as we go into the last minute now.
Yes, again, she's waiting for it. She can't wait too long because a third Shido, and I don't think we've seen many, have we, really, third Shido matches that are decided on penalties. We haven't seen it. Well, now you can see it, extreme left to right there. They're absolutely side on to each other. Now it could happen.
Just over half a minute to go now in the bronze medal contest. Caution, patience turning into possible passivity here. The referee keeping a close eye. One big throw could change it.
Yes, if you're looking at this going, well, that looks really awkward. It is. Now, looking for the pickup. Not enough power in there, not enough in the tank.
They might need to go into the reserve tank for the golden score round. Still 24 seconds.
That wasn't far off either. It was very close there. And if you notice that when they go into stance, the left arm there of Merker is absolutely straight. She straightens it out. There's the straight arm there. Good as she was up.
Not really a genuine attempt on that Seoinage throw at the end there. In the throes of it now, how much energy is left for Ina Kaldani and Ayla Merker from Georgia and Kazakhstan into the golden score for the bronze medal. We know it can change quickly. They have been keeping themselves literally at arm's length.
It is literally, isn't it, at arm's length, and you can see it, and it's so awkward because you've got to attack around that front hip. And it's what they want. They're strong off that. It's not that they're doing it just to be awkward, but they're strong defence, strong attack off it. So you've got to make sure that when you hit that front leg, you hit it hard.
This time, the one Judo against Kazakhstan, 2 hanging against Georgia.
Oh, yes, she's got it. That was it then. Ashiguruma, she came across, caught the leg. She tried to lift the leg up there, and then she went onto the side. It was a great double stab. Came just at the right time. It was the one time, actually, that she got the arm, I think, in a favourable position. She just had a little blow out there saying, ooh, that was close.
It certainly was close. They were held at close combat and close quarters all the way through. At arm's length, they tried to find a way through, but in the end, as Ina Kaldani adjusts her judo gi, sets herself into position, she'll be standing on top of the podium with a bronze medal. Very hard earned, disconsolate now for Ayla Merker. And Merker from Kazakhstan can barely hold back the emotions. So much a bronze medal means at the Paralympic Games, and they both know exactly. As Ina Kaldani of Georgia adds another success, silver medalist in Tokyo, bronze medalist here in Paris. A warm handshake between opposing coaches. But these scenes here, Ayla Merker absolutely heartbroken. Confirmation though, Ina Kaldani is the winner of the bronze medal.
Yes, I get the feeling that Kaldani wanted to go up to her and console her a bit, but you know, you have to have a winner. It was a tight match, and it didn't quite pay in the end because there, that little double stab there, Ashiguruma, and she comes across there, wins her the bronze medal.
Good days for Georgia, and at the end of the second day, we now turn our attention to the ultimate prize in the final matchup. The women's under 70 kilogram J2 category. Kaldani of Georgia taking that corresponding bronze, along with Ogawa of Japan. The women's under 70 kilogram J2 category, the gold medal contest now. Wang Zhu of the People's Republic of China against Brazil's Alana Martins Moldano. Well, Wang Yu's big moment for the People's Republic of China. World and Paralympic bronze medalist coming into this one. Alana Martins Maldonado from Tupa in Brazil, the 29-year-old with the illustrious record. Won the Worlds twice, won the Paralympics last time out. And she gave a little nod there when they were reading out her name.
It's, you know, body language. I was thinking exactly that as she was walking out there. It's a body language of confidence, isn't it? You know, and, well, I mean, it was interesting because Wang couldn't wait to get out there, you know. She just took her time. I'll get there in the end.
But will she get to the top of the podium as they grip up straight away? Wang Yu was all personality and all style from the People's Republic of China all day. Instantly they're going for that instant sweep of the leg.
Instant, as she was setting it up. And, well, she wants to go around that leg there. This is a left-to-left situation. It's different. So now, because it's left-to-left, you can see that they're both really tempted just to dip around that front leg. But if you get it wrong, you go yourself, because the change of balance. Oh, Kosodagak! And did it land on the side? It was on the front. Now she's got the neck. She can get the leverage. Oh, dear. That was great stuff. Great attacking stuff there from Maldonado.
Wang Yu, huge concern. I wonder if this is going to be reviewed, but it did look to land, as you say, on the flat of the stomach, not on the side.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes, like I said, we can't have a look, unfortunately, at the replay just to see what they're looking at. But if she lands very quickly on the side and then goes off to the front, they've given it. So they've given the Wazari.
So the half score, halfway to victory now for Maldonado. Well, they met in the Paralympics last time. The result was Brazil took the win. And it's the sticky feet on the inside here, sweeping every time.
Yes, she wants that leg just to know where it is, and as soon as she braces it, if she braces it, then she'll be round it. And we saw her do it earlier on in the day, and got a massive Osodagari out of it as well. But you've got to make sure that you get your head going forwards too.
And the head going forwards, but also for people uninitiated, that movement around to set it up so that the opponent is turning into that sweep.
Sometimes it's just half a step, and you know that half a step. We were doing it earlier, weren't we? That half a step can make just all the difference for the entry.
The half a step, but only the one hand on. Alana Maldonado using all her experience there.
Sasai on the opposite leg, trying to bring her round, trying to get her just to make that step. And is she going to commit with it? She'll wait a moment. She'll do enough, and then she'll wait a moment, and then Martins Maldonado will go round the outside leg.
Wang Yu, to her credit, from the People's Republic of China, trying to be offensive, trying to get in there. Doing a bit of refereeing as well there, Alana Maldonado.
She's so experienced, isn't she? She knows exactly what she wants and what she's doing. And she's almost tempting her to go around that leg there. She's still got to attack. She has to use the feet. But she can't just kick at the feet there. This is J2, so she needs to go for it. Well, we know she can coordinate the Ashiwaza, and she's going to get Shidos now. I'm not sure if both probably get Shidos. Neither one of them are doing anything. They're both just tapping away.
Pretty happy to let it go. Alana Maldonado keeping the hips far back, keeping out of the reach of Wang Yu, who is trying to come forward. Halfway through now. 2 minutes to decide the destiny of gold. At the moment, one.
Look at that, Sasai! Oh, did she get it? Well, referee didn't see it. It was Wazari Rossetti upon it. It was the top half there that made contact with the mat. And the referee was in the wrong place, actually, but she didn't quite catch it. And so now they've not counted it, and she's in the hold down. Have they counted it? She thinks she's got it. And I'm not so sure that they won't just have a look at that to see if it did actually get the landing at that precise place.
Well, Wang Yu will be hoping they have a look at it, but having a look at a chance to be the two-time Paralympic champion, Alana Martins Maldonado. She is indeed. Wonderful moments for her. She takes it. The gold medalist again, Alana Martins Maldonado, pointing to Wang Yu, who takes the silver medal. They take a warm embrace. And she's saying, you'll be back, your chance will come, but not on my watch. Very impressive.
2 times, and, you know, body language coming out there. That little nod as she came out said, I think I've got this. I'm going to just come out and I'm going to win my second Paralympic gold medal.
And she duly has. A warm embrace with Jean Braganza, the coach, in the corner. And these are the moments. She was composed, she was calm, and now the emotions can come.
3rd Paralympic final. Didn't quite go according to plan in Tokyo. Certainly went according to plan here.
Yeah, brilliance from the Brazilian, sealing that final with a touch of class. And she came for it, and she leaves for it. 2-time champion. I don't know if the Brazil flag will quite reach there.
Somebody's going to give her one, surely. Somebody will lift it over there. This is it. Kosaragaki there, and wow, well, yes, on the side, that's it. It was on the side, that was the one, and it's the upper part of the body there, and I don't think you'd get the guys being able to put the legs all the way around there with the body twisting there without serious injury, but a little bit more supple, the ladies, and it was the upper part made contact. Wazeli Awazeti upon, and look at that at the end. Pure class.
Well, the class counts, and top of the class in the women's under 70 kilograms. Again, back-to-back titles. Took it in Tokyo, and Martins Maldonado takes it again here in Paris. And we will take a breath or two and bring you all of the victory ceremonies as we see confirmation in the women's under 70 kilograms. In 3rd place for Georgia and Japan, Wang Yu from the People's Republic of China in 2nd place. And Brazil again, Martins Maldonado ruling the roost here in Paris. And coming up now will be the men's under 73 kilogram victory ceremony.
La cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les masculins en 73 kilos Judo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's under 73 kilogram J2.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Well, the Champ de Mars Arena duly does welcome the medalists. 4 fantastic fighters, 4 perfect sets of memories, and the final steps now kneel towards the podium.
Yes, some great judo, wasn't it? This category really delivered as far as technique was concerned.
Well, the technique plus the timing means that it's the time for them to receive their medals.
The medals will be presented by Mr. Yasushi Yamawaki,
Membre de l'ordre paralympique.
member of the Paralympic Order.
Osvaldas Berekis from Lithuania broke free in Paris, overcoming the host nation expectations. And Uchun Kurnobayev from Uzbekistan likewise.
Yes, he broke their hearts, didn't he, a little bit? The crowd went silent. A crowd silencer, you can call it, but he did well.
As did Uchun Kurnobayev from Uzbekistan. A tremendous Paralympic Games for their judo team. And it was a tremendous final.
Silver medalist, representing Georgia, Georgi Kaldani.
Georgi Kaldani, the silver medalist, and what was an excellent final.
Yeah, I mean, it really was, wasn't it? And I think he realised as soon as he gripped up that there was something special on the end of his arms. You know, you feel it through the grips. Straight away, he realised that.
Something special in his arms now, both mascot and medal. Georgi Kaldani from Georgia with the silver.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Japan, Chateau.
Special moments for Seto Yujiro. He held back the advances of everyone in his category. Holding back the emotions now is the Paralympic champion, Seto Yujiro.
You don't see that very often, do you? Like big hug there for the Japanese. It's normally a very polite bow and head, you know, good job, well done, but that was emotional.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Japan.
Well, judo's foundation nation shakes the foundations, Yujiro Seto, as the emotions come out now. Elation, exhaustion, and that championship gold feeling. Osvaldas Berekis from Lithuania with bronze. Uchun Kurnobayev from Uzbekistan likewise. Georgi Kaldani from Georgia with silver. Yujiro Seto choking back the tears and showing his Paralympic gold to the assembled fans in the Champ de Mars. He was electric.
And it was a magic performance, and it was a performance with ippons all the way through. It just chose his time, took his time, and thought about it every step of the way. And his posturing and his technique was superb, and he fully deserves that gold medal.
And that, of course, completes the victory ceremony as they make their final lap across the tatami here. Well, when they came in this morning, they were going through their paces, working out how many steps to the centre, working out how hard the mat was. They don't have to do that anymore. They just have to walk out as medalists and champion.
Yeah. It was some great performances. Now they enjoy the crowd enjoy them, and yeah.
Happy days here in the Champ de Mars with the penultimate victory ceremony complete. And wherever you are, thank you so much for staying with us. Maybe it's friends and family that are out here competing. You could be a new fan of judo. I certainly hope you're enjoying it. If you're an old hand, an expert, plenty more to look forward to in tomorrow's session. One more victory ceremony to look forward to tonight.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les féminines moins de 70 kg J2 aura lieu dans quelques instants.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's under 70 kg J2 will be starting shortly.
Thank you for staying with us. The women's victory ceremony for the under 70 kilogram J2 grouping is on its way.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les féminines moins de 70 kg J2 va débuter dans quelques instants.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. The victory ceremony for the women's under 70 kilogram J2 is about to start.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs pour les féminines moins de 70 kg J2.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's under 70 kilogram J2.
For the podium based on the Parisian bridges next to the Arc de Triomphe and indeed the Eiffel Tower, separating them. And indeed separating the judoka from these moments was plenty of hard training, plenty of preparation as they come in arm in arm. Magical moments for all. And even more special when you think about it, Alana Martins Maldonado, the Brazilian, in the yellow jacket, soon to be with the gold medal. She tore her ACL, her cruciate ligament, one of the worst injuries you can get in sport, just 1 year ago, out for 7 months for surgery and recovery. Many steps back on that path. And only one more step for her now, up onto that gold medal spot.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
M. Nicolas Massé, directeur du programme Visa de Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 Program Director, Visa.
Accompagné par
Accompanied by
M. Roland-Garros, directeur des affaires juridiques de Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 Legal Affairs Director.
Médaillé de bronze, représentante de la Géorgie et représentante du Japon.
Bronze medalists representing Georgia, Ina Kaldani, and representing Japan, Ogawa Kazusa.
Georgia's Ina Kaldani and Ogawa Kazusa of Japan take that step up onto the third place to receive these beautiful Paralympic medals, fashioned in part from pieces of the Eiffel Tower, which is just about a judo's throw away from here. Ina Kaldani with bronze for Georgia. The commemorative bronze frieze, or even bronze frieze. Kazuya Ogawa of Japan takes the bronze.
Médaillé d'argent, représentante de la République populaire de Chine.
Silver medalist representing the People's Republic of China, Wang Yue.
All personality, all style, and all quality in that final. Wang Yue with the silver medal for the People's Republic of China. What a final it was. On another day, but there was no other way. The silver medal for Wang Yue for the People's Republic of China, and an excellent Paralympic judo effort for them. But speaking of effort,
Représentante du Brésil.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Brazil, Alana Martins.
from Tupa, it's the two-time champ. Alana Martins Maldonado doing the business back-to-back. And magical moments for the Brazilian. She thrilled us here in the Champ de Mars. And she has the thrill and the joy of the mascot. And the medal, Alana Martins Maldonado, the Paralympic champion, once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Brazil.
Magical scenes for Alana Martins-Maldonado, the Paralympic champion once again. Ina Kaldani from Georgia with bronze. Ogawa Kazusa of Japan, likewise. Wang Yu of the People's Republic of China with the silver. But there is the champion. Well, Ordem e Progresso, the motto on the Brazilian flag. And that progress made to order by the masterful Maldonado, as all four take the top step on the podium and take the chance to share these wonderful moments with all of us around the world. Well, a final huddle says it all. Well, from rivals to friends again, fellow medalists, as the para judo delivers massively on the penultimate day. But the ultimate prize going to Brazil's Alana Martins-Maldonado. Well, the steps rings out. It's the final steps for them. And they most certainly can feel it in this one. Alana Martins-Maldonado, the Paralympic champion. One final salute to her fans. And the celebrations can begin here in Paris. And Team Brazil, I'm sure, will be at the centre of it, wherever you are. I'm sure you can feel it, the atmosphere at the Paralympic Games. There's been some incredible action all across this day. Plenty more to come tomorrow. The Bonnie Frisian on for the youngsters in the crowd. Hats off and chapeau to all the judoka who competed here today. And indeed, especially to the medalists and to our champions here in the Champ de Mars. Well, the global medal spread spreads the joy of judo, and here in the Champ de Mars, it's the time for the fans to head home and I'm sure celebrate on a Friday evening of great joy at the judo. It's been a pleasure to share it all with you, with Neil Adams providing the expert analysis. He'll be back tomorrow for more of the same. We certainly hope you will be same time, same place at the Champ de Mars Arena. But for the moment, it's goodbye for now.